Hello there! Welcome to the ReZero podcast. I'm your host, Wolf.
I'm your host, Gold.
I'm your host, Connor.
I'm special guest, Cosmic Giles.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be discussing any particular part of the ReZero web novel. Today, we have a more important discussion when it comes to ReZero. The most important discussion, one could say, Waifu
The highest
Wars.
earning revenue part of
Yeah! Yeah!
Most intellectual.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Should we introduce Studio Reverie now that we brought in new people?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably, 2,000 new people here today.
Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in. After, season 3 is almost over, everyone's here thinking of the one thing. Wow, that was a lot of very cute and hot women.
With
Yeah.
buffs.
We really got buffed.
And if you're interested in learning more about the content that was cut from the anime, not in any bad way, you can listen to our web novel reading of Arc 5, which is Season 3 of ReZero.
Indeed. In its
Yeah.
entirety, fully voice acted and narrated.
Yes!
Hi.
By actual voice actors, too.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep!
Very high quality
friends.
edited. Don't let her fool you. She's
It
here
is.
for one thing and one thing only: the women.
I was
about to say one woman.
yeah.
Yeah, one. That's a little
We
bit
are-
of a spoiler, guys.
We are here to celebrate Subaru's birthday with our full ranking of all of the waifus. Not the female characters, the waifus within ReZero.
All
Start
the
to
legal
finish.
ones.
Yes, as far as we can tell.
Yep.
Yes.
Any of the ones that didn't give us the
Happy
heebie-jeebies for
birthday.
talking about that.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
There's one on here that's a little strange, but we'll get there.
Strange doesn't mean, I feel like I'm
Oh.
going to get arrested for posting this video, though.
Yeah, true.
I know.
My FBI agent, they're watching.
I think
with
I'm
great
alright.
interest.
Let me check
Okay.
outside real quick. Yeah, nope, I'm okay.
I'm good. No SWAT yet.
So
FBI.
for those of you at home, ReZero has a lot of characters. Not all of them have made it into the anime. So we are going to start with characters that have. Anyone that's been in Season 3, Arc 5 characters we'll start with. Then we'll go back and discuss everyone from Arc 6, 7, 8, and 9 that's showed up since then. If my co-hosts don't know who the characters are, they'll just have to go off of vibes and looks alone. Otherwise, we should be good to go.
3 of us, all the guys here, we know all of the characters pretty much. Kyle's is a little bit, she needs a little bit more
Sorry,
room to go. Yeah.
I think Patricia here is still missing one character from this list, but otherwise, yeah, we're pretty good.
Uncharacter.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I know exactly that character, and yeah, we'll talk about you and me.
Well, shit.
Yeah. We'll
Hope
have
she's
to.
not hot. What a
Oh,
waste.
oh no, she is.
She is very.
I
But
can't
we
wait
won't be
to
starting with her.
Okay. Without further ado, should we start fighting?
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh yes.
War.
Let's rumble down.
Terrible war.
War
So
never
on screen-
changes.
You will see the chart that we use as our shared full podcast. Agreed upon is putting it nicely. Conceded chart between the 4 of us of what we all will accept as the one for the group. But we're each going to have our own. And they'll be posted probably on our Discord, maybe somewhere else as well. We'll have to see where those end up. But to start us off, our first character is Anastasia Hoshin.
Ugh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, child.
Who wants to go for? Actually,
Greedy
this is a
little
good point.
gal.
We should do this one by one. People choosing who to talk about the character first.
Yeah.
Because you introduced her, why don't you talk about her first, Connor? In your
Yeah.
opinion?
Sure, I will start her off. I don't like her at all. Although Season 3 has alleviated the issues I had with her a little bit. Anastasia sucks. She is a horrendous, greed-filled capitalist pig that really just constantly gives everyone the air of manipulating them for her own benefit at all times. She's cute, but I'm 6'2" in real life. She is too short for me. Anastasia, to me, D tier.
Okay, but have you considered the fact that she has a huge wardrobe?
Of the same outfit.
Okay. But
Every
she's
single thing she
cultured.
wears is the same accessory on it too. Every single thing.
Yeah, it's one accessory over all else all the time. And you know what? Also, the fact is with Anastasia, to me at the very least, is yeah, if you were with her, she treats you well. She treats her mercenaries well. I don't dislike that per se, but you're right. She is a very bland and like vaguely nefarious person in like a disingenuous way, right? So it's hard to really like her too much. I will say she is at least like she isn't like cruel or anything, but I would always be second guessing what's going on with her.
The motives, yeah. She is the perfect example for me of a D tier waifu. You know, she's not an F tier because she's actually cute, but you know that's all she does have for me. You know, she's I'm not there for the personality. If I'm with her, it's a gold digging situation.
Yeah, it's 100% a gold for me. Yeah, I'd take
my
I'm
money.
not you know, but yeah, basically, I'm saying she a gold digger. But anyways, I think like for me, I would date her, especially to steal her money from her. So I think that's a part of it. But you're right. When you think about her objectively overall, she's like a cute anime moe blob character. Like, she's just a cute face, and her personality ain't really there.
She literally summed up her entire character the first time we meet her. I'm a greedy little girl who has everything she wants and now wants her own nation.
Yep.
We love a queen who knows what she wants. She's D tier. The only reason why she's higher is because Cassandra Lee Morris voices her.
Yeah. Voice actress does a good job both times.
Oh yeah. But that's literally Cassandra Lee Morris brings her up. That is it. I don't care for Anastasia.
Worst candidate.
Literally all the VAs have made her like I really like her because of their voices. That's the annoying part.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
she got a cute accent.
if it wasn't for like our Japanese English and our Reverie voice actor, I don't think I would like Anastasia at all. But yeah, no, every time I've met her so far, she's just too greedy. That ain't my thing.
You know what? I respect all of you, and you're right. I thought about it, and then I was like, "Oh, she's cute," but then I realized every woman in the series is cute, so she's D.
Yep.
All right.
Wow, we agreed.
First unanimous one out of the way.
Probably the easiest unanimous one, in my opinion, honestly.
You all said this would be a battle zone, and here we are.
Oh, but it will be. It will be.
Yeah. All right. Next character, and this is probably the one I'm most iffy about being here at all, but it is our Archbishop of Lust, Capella Emeralda Lagunica.
Yeah. The more that I think about it, right, on my perspective wise, I actually really like Capella, and that's not surprising to people who know me.
She ain't toxic, she ain't it.
Yes, exactly. But also, it's the fact that, like, you're right, she does look young, but, like, that's not who she
mommy.
is. Yeah. Like,
she hot.
It varies clear, not only can she morph her body, and she does so regularly to fit your tastes, but, like, it's sort of like, you know...
She's an Archbishop of Lust.
Yeah, she's an Archbishop of Lust. It's kind of hard not to understand it. Like, you're right. If it was, like, super creepy, I'd be like, but she doesn't do that, really. You know? Like, she's creepy in other ways, and the other ways that she's creepy is interesting, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like her interaction with Al in the latest episodes of the anime, for example, illustrate that to me a lot clearer than even like the novel could, which is that she is upset over people's thing about appearances, but at the same time, she is sort of this, you know, person who seeks somebody to actually have affection for her, is what it looks like. And it's like a trick thing. Like, she wants you to trick you into liking her. But I mean, I don't know, the animators really sold me. I
put her at an A. She hot. And
thank you. I'm there with you.
And Ratpella was gross, so it knocks her down a peg. But hey, I'm here for it.
Also, like,
she ain't toxic, she ain't it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, she can grow appendages.
She can grow my appendage.
Yeah, she's growing my appendages, and you know what? that means a lot. She can make big ass hands that will squish you and grab you. It's not bad. It's not bad.
One woman who could do it all. That's my selling on A.
And like, if your girlfriend, or it's not a girlfriend, she would just torture you probably. But if somebody like that has like wings and stuff like that, and like clawed feet and whatnot, like if you're dead, at least you're dead pretty satisfied with who killed you.
Take me out, mommy.
All right. Wolf, your opinion?
Okay, this is because I think she is a very uniquely circumstanced character. I would put her in S tier, and the reason I'm going to say that is this, right, guys? Think of it like
You're
this.
a bold man.
Okay, she is fucked up, and like the worst, one of the worst person.
Do not say I can fix her.
No, I'm not saying I can fix her. I'm saying it's a feature, not a bug, Connor. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Because think of it like this, okay? Right? Like, if you are going to have any of these toxic people on this list, you're going to pick Capella. And the reason you are is because she is like so many tropes and she will be what you want her to be. It's going to hurt, but it's going to hurt so good. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, for instance, Elsa, right? She's gonna hurt you, but she's not gonna hurt you in the way you want to be hurt. You know. I think Capella, she's a more fun kind of hurt. If there's any evil person I'm gonna put in S tier here, it's gonna be Capella. Because in honesty, even though she looks too young for my taste, she could just be like, "Oh, so you want me a bit more aged up? Boom, fixed." I'm just saying, it is true. That is my gospel. That's my.
And she's obviously like 200 years old. All right, like more than that probably. It's not a huge issue.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna put an evil person high up there, I think Capella's the one that you put in S tier. That's all I'm saying.
I guess I'm gonna throw off the curve here. Capella for me is also down in D tier. Like there is only so much being able to turn hot can really do for you. And I am far, far the way of, no, she is the wrong kind of toxic. It is anti-positivity for anything. And I could have heard your arguments before the latest episode, but the rat into the eye thing has scarred me. That
cool.
If she didn't have like the expression work and the like manic laughter she did, she would be an F tier on my list. But
that's the thing, right? Like the anime really realized the character for me fully. At first I was like, starting to lust, whatever. Like she's annoying, right? But when I see her like this, it's like, no, she's compelling. Like every movement she does, everything that she like transforms into, like sure it's grotesque, but like if that is your waifu in a tier list, right? If she is somehow attracted to you enough to like be with you long enough to consider it that way, yeah, she would do a good job. But also, it's like there is no way you'd ever be disinterested in what's going on.
The rating is based on how confident you are in giving her a good time.
yeah. But also, it's like the fact is that like your life would be ruined and you'd be doing evil things, but would you care at the end? I don't know.
No.
Okay, so I can't concede to Wolf's S. I will.
I reserve S, so I won't either.
I will give you all, because the three of you put her so high up, bottom of A tier, if you can meet me there.
Okay, that's a shake thing I can shake on.
Shake on that.
Shake. We all
I won't go lower than A, though. It's A.
I agree.
Mathematically, it would have been put her at B, but I had to pick my battles. I have to save those pushes for later. All right, this one I think is going to be... This one's going to be a bit easier, I think, with... is it Camilla or Carmilla? Carmilla. The Witch of Lust.
See, this is the opposite. This is what I mean.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Wolf gets to go first this time.
So
his argument comes first.
Here's what I'm going to say about Carmilla, right? She's cute. However, this is, as Gold was alluding to, this is the opposite situation with Capella. genuinely for me, where I don't think she's a bad person necessarily. I think we could get on. The problem is if I get anywhere near close to her, I'm gonna die immediately. At least with Capella, she's gonna keep me alive long enough to, be able to talk to her for a bit while she's torturing me. I'm gone if I go near Carmilla. I'm dead. I'm disappeared. And I don't know about you, but that's not a risk I'm willing to take. So I ain't no Subaru here. So I would probably put her bottom of C tier, because even though that is a big negative, I can't in good conscience put her in the same row as Anastasia.
Can I interject real quick and just presume? Can I just presume that let's get a blanket rule over. Let's presume, for the sake of argument, that every one of these characters have a vested interest in keeping you alive for whatever reason.
Yeah, this is waifu means wife in this case. They have agreed to marry you.
Well,
yes.
In that case, she is a perfect middle ground C tier character.
Move up just the tiniest bit.
Because again, she's cute and she's nice, but she's nice in the kind of boring way. I'm sorry for all the Carmilla lovers out there. I'm sorry, but it's true. She's just kind of okay.
I don't know how many of there are.
Yeah.
But yes.
I mean,
Kyles?
Cute. C.
So I think that you're just not willing to try hard enough there, Wolf. Yeah, she takes your breath away if you're getting too close, but Subaru had a full emotional conversation from less than 5 feet away, and it wasn't until he was hugging her for a long amount of time that he started to lose his breath, actually start to suffer some problems. It's just a matter of timing. She can get in and get out, then you're golden. People do long distance relationships all the time.
What about short distance relationships?
Exactly. But on the other hand, I don't think her personality has almost anything to offer. It's literally about mimicking other people, and I think that keeps her locked in C tier for me.
Agreed.
And that's the thing. The thing about her is that she's always going to be thinking of second fiddle to you. And also, I can't even because she'll always be like, "Oh, do you want me to be this person? Do you want me to be that person?" She'll try to tailor her body for your sake, or her personality, right? Yeah. But instead, I don't know if she wants to, right? You see the way that she acts and reacts to it. She's too timid. She's too tepid. She doesn't really care too much about. She's is this all right? And that's not exciting, right?
Nope.
Confidence is exciting. Capella is exciting.
And that's not exciting.
Yeah, it'd be I'd be constantly being okay, you're kind of bumming me out.
We're seeing the real shit on here today.
Am I wrong?
Are we all consensuously agreeing to C?
C seems
C
right.
tier?
C for Camilla.
I
C.
All right. Speaking of C, and this one's probably going to be a lot easier. Next is Duchess Crusch Karsten. Kyle, start us off with Crusch this time.
Well, see, I'm on the fence. I don't know. I'm somebody who gives S to too many characters. I'm trying to be finicky. But I'd say Crusch will be my first S because 1, she's hot as fuck. 2, she's super cute both prior to Amnesia and after. She's even cuter after, I won't lie. But she knows what she wants. She is strong and tough. And I just like her vibe. I don't think she's the top of S tier, but she's in S tier. For me.
Yeah. Crusch to me is definitely also in S tier. I mean, pre-Amnesia Crusch, there is nothing to dislike about her. She's always going to be able to trust you because she would always know if you're lying. So there's not going to ever be any issues with that in any long-term relationship. She's tough enough to be challenging, but isn't the craziest, super strong person in the series. You're not marrying Reinhard here and getting thrown around with everything, But she is strong enough to lift you up when you need it.
Yeah. I think
gorgeous, beautiful, passionate, does turn a little bit more cute than hot post-Amnesia. I kind of agree with you on that, but that's still good. I love everything about Crusch. Easily S tier for me, and high up on S tier too.
I think objectively as a person, Crusch is realistically the most stable person you'd want to marry in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
True.
I think like that's pretty obvious. But I will say, because we're in a fantasy setting, it doesn't make her like the top of S tier for me or anything like that. I think there is more interesting and dynamic characters out there. I think obviously her memories getting lost is a bit of a detriment but she is strong still, no matter what. It just it does feel like there's a lack of vision there that once was there, lack of drive.
Crusch is one of those characters where she be my wifey, but I also follow her into battle, and I can't say that for everyone on this list. Crusch would ideologically inspire me to give up my life for a cause, and I don't know if I can, she is my king. That's
Shinzo
my king.
Sasageo.
Sasageo!
Well, some of the women later on in the tier list are so beautiful. I'd give up my life just because they're hot. But that's...
but that's like a sacrifice. That's not inspiration.
Yeah, you're right.
She's rallying me to pick up arms for this kingdom, to make it a better place, to make it a place that is self-reliant, but not in like the fucked up xenophobic way, in the like we will take our own strength and we will help each other. And I think that is admirable and that is just. So not only is she beautiful, not only will she compliment you and she make you your best self around her, because that's the kind of person that Crusch is, she will inspire you to go beyond your best. You will give your all, 110%. And that's why she is at the top of S tier for me. Boom.
All right, so it sounds like we have her up in S tier for the group, unless Gold has an argument to pull her down. Okay, no.
I'm not going to say she's A. I'm just going to say that, she's not my top.
You're just not going to say she's AO.
I think that means that across the board, we have averaged her to be straight in the middle of S, because one put her at the top, one definitively not, and the other two like squarely in the middle.
Yeah. That works for me.
Democracy.
All right.
All right. I'll start off with... our next villain. I like Echidna a lot, who is next.
Yes.
Not necessarily the Witch of Greed that we meet in season 2, but the true Echidna that Roswaal and Betty and Ryuzu knew seems to be this incredibly, not only intelligent, which is a huge, huge plus for me. Smartest person in the world or something. Owns one of only 2 libraries in existence at that point, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
But is clearly a loving mother, a brilliant inventor, an incredible teacher. There's so much to love about her. The Witch of Greed past is a detriment, I won't lie. And I am not sure if she's still actively lying at that period in time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Echidna, for me, probably sits squarely high up in A tier. I would be happy settling down with proper Echidna, but the Witch of Greed keeps her out of S for me. Gold?
Okay, great. So basically, the thing with Echidna with me is that I think in a lot of ways she is worse personality-wise than Capella, and I'll argue about that till the end of the day, my days. And I don't know the full extent of Capella, but at least Capella's honest about what she wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I fully agree. At least with the Witch of Greed was clearly a far worse person.
Yes. The Witch of Greed is probably the most evil person in the series, mayhap one of the most evil villains I've ever read, just in context of everything that she's done and what she wants to do. And there is nothing to say except for the fact that she would entice you and then for eternity torture you, but just in a very casual, observational, cold, logical way.
I wanted to see which way you would scream today.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And parts of that's nice, but at the same time, eventually, after millions and millions of deaths, you would probably. I'm just saying this in context to Subaru and stuff that we know, right? Mm-hmm. You would probably, because she would still like this to happen, right? You have to understand that that's the person you're with, right? And I think there's a lot of appeal to that in some cases. You're right. She, I think, is unbridled font of knowledge in the sense that she will never bore you because she will never be bored herself. I think that is a positive. It makes me also want to put her in A tier, but I do think the reason why she's not an S is because of just how sheer evil she actually is. I'd argue for S otherwise, though, but yeah.
I think it's fair.
I'm gonna be honest here, folks. I think it's a B, and the reason I think and I'll probably put a high B, and the reason I'm gonna say this is if this is the fully realized mother Echidna, there's a lot to like there. The problem is I do not know how genuine the mother Echidna is as a person. Like, is that her actual self, like a genuine, like, fostered change, or is that the change she did on the outside, like in terms of optics for people to either follow her or to get what she wants? I think I believe a lot in the power for people to change, but I just innately do not trust Echidna. I don't know if I would even fully trust the mother Echidna, That past is just too checkered for me. However, I will say this. Even if the mother Echidna is a lie, if it's mother Echidna, that's a B tier waifu for me still. And I think that's just because she will offer you an experience that no one else will in this world. Now, whether or not that ends up being a overall positive experience, you'll have to see, right? But you can at least say that she's unique and different. So I'll put her at the top of B tier for me.
Mm-hmm. And then lastly, what about you, Kylie? Would you want your life to be ruined by Echidna?
Well, Connor and your original idea kind of boosted her up from C. I ended up at a B with Wolf. But I agree. I don't fucking trust this bitch as far as I can throw her. And I can't throw her. So I don't trust her. And she might be freaky good time, but I don't trust her at all. I would be on defense at all times.
That's all she be,
Her technique would be amazing, but at the same time, eventually it'll wear out. You'll wear out. 100%.
I mean, she'll wear out with you.
Probably throw me. Literally, she'd probably throw me to the side. I got nothing special to give her. There's no insight.
That's actually a good point. It's as you yourself a regular, tell me about your past. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your whatever. And eventually,
she'll get bored.
If she is curious to know about the difference between telling someone what the weather is going to be that day versus not telling them what the weather is going to be that day, a standard human's life experience is going to be varied enough that is still going to keep her curiosity the entire time.
Sure, but she probably wants the most curious people. Yeah.
B for untrustworthy bitch.
If you want to put her at B, I'll put her at B. I like the symmetry in the list. We have one in every single tier.
That's good justification.
If we're putting her in B, I need her to be really high, if not the top of B.
Sure.
No, I can agree.
B 100%. Yes.
I can agree with that. Yes.
Is it going to be the lowest of A or the top of B, judging by the way that they just said about B begrudgingly?
Yeah.
I think I could agree to that. All right, Gold. Speaking of toxic women, though, we have Elsa next, and not the Disney princess.
Yeah.
Let it go.
She's next.
Yeah, is it me? Talk about her?
Yes.
It's you.
Okay, cool. You know what? I actually really like Elsa. And this has come off the back of me recently rewatching the shorts. And there's actually a very interesting character that we'll talk about later on that she reminds me a lot of in the story. Just vaguely, right? But her personality isn't that bad. I think the only detriment to her is her obsession, right? Obviously. But otherwise, she's actually kind of able of being kind, right? And because she's your waifu at that point, she'd at least relent enough not to open up your belly unless she's found a way to heal your belly, sew it back up. Who knows? She'd probably do something like that.
Trust that.
Yeah, it is. But otherwise, I think that she's a very resilient person. She's a very observant person. She's very intelligent, it seems. She's very, I respect her a lot, actually, in the grand context of things, because really the difference between murdering somebody's assassin by cutting open their bellies and taking some enjoyment out of it versus just killing them normally, there's so many characters on this list that are murderers, right? So like I can't necessarily say that she's super immoral because she's nice to some people, you know. I think I like Elsa enough to put her at B. I think in the same way that Echidna.
Ugh. Okay. Wolf, your turn.
Okay.
Also, that body
that body hottie.
Body hottie.
Okay. I have to disagree here. And this is because we talked about before the scenario, she wifey, right? But to Elsa, the ultimate form of love is doing what she does, right? Like, and this is a situation where if you could fix her, this could be like the most beautiful, passionate, like I'm sure there could be a lot to work on there. There's so much potential.
That's the thing.
The problem is, can you fix her? I don't know if I can fix her. Like,
but to be completely 100% fair to Elsa, who is dead in the series, I think that there is a lot of hints that that was possible. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
sure, she... I disagree, because actually
I do not know what you mean.
I think that Tepe was trying to say something through the short stories with Elsa, that she had a path. Because her path, she very clearly saw the evil in other people. And it's not like that's what I mean. Like, she's not a psychopath. She's just
A sociopath.
No, not even that. She cares about people. Like, really, to me, I think just those synapses of between like what is affection and what is, you know, like violence is warped in her brain, and that's it. Like, it has nothing to do with her not feeling for other people, because she does very clearly feel for Melee. She clearly understands other people's evil. She very clearly cares about Subaru in the other routes in like a very subtle way that you kind of see. It's very interesting.
Okay.
I know I just deterred you with a bunch of character analysis, but yeah.
No, you did not deter me. I absolutely despise Elsa F. She's so scary. I have nightmares about her. She's hot as fuck. But, I don't know, next to eye stuff, stomach stuff, no. That,
Well, you know,
unforgivable. I love if she ain't toxic, she ain't it. But Elsa's just too toxic for me to fix, and I'm too scared of her, and that does not turn me on.
yeah, like
she's F for me.
Again,
get that girl out of here.
It's a thing of
turns people to rats.
Yes,
I'm okay with that.
But okay,
she won't gut me.
But this is the thing. I think that if Capella is that obsessed with me as if we're putting this on the same level of wifey level, right? Capella's gonna do stuff to me that whilst I may not enjoy, there will be things I enjoy in there. Everything that Elsa is gonna do to me as wifey status is not gonna be fun for me.
It's gonna be what she wants.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, she wouldn't do normal things with you. She would just be like, "Oh, your tummy," right?
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Okay, chill out."
I get that's your thing, girl, but like, you know, I'm sweating back here.
I had the consideration that maybe she'd like relent just a little bit, but now that I think about it, no, not like she'd only be.
It's the ultimate form of her love, right? And that ain't the love I'm looking for.
Right, it's like on my end, for one, I don't actually think she's that hot. I think she's drawn to look hot, but it comes off like past that line for me where it goes into being off-putting again, where it's like I don't think this is attractive, like at all.
This is scary.
Yeah, it's supposed to be scary.
And like I mean, it's not even that it's scary. It's almost, I don't want to say like uncanny valley, because that's not the right part.
Well, she's literally a doll. That's
it's
the point.
uncanny.
Like we'll call like trying too hard to be sexy in the way that it stops being sexy.
She's literally manufactured to be a sexy assassin. You know, that's why she's like a doll. Yeah.
I understand the points, but to me, her design is not that to that degree. It doesn't hit that level for me. I don't think she's F tier, because I think there is still some, like, I wouldn't want her out of the series, for example, which when we first tried to record this was basically our condition for F tier. Like, we would rather this characters not exist.
Like, we'd literally snap them out of the story. Yeah.
I think she sits at the bottom of D tier for me, and pretty low down there too.
I can very much agree with that.
Yeah.
If I can't put her in F, I'll put her there.
I'll say that she's not as evil as Echidna. I'll say that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But she's fucking brutal.
Yeah, she's brutal. Like that's the thing. She's brutal, but I think Echidna's a brutal in a different way.
And that
but I'm mentally strong enough to handle being emotionally
You're just strong enough. Okay.
I can't be if someone is taking a knife to my bowels. There's nothing I can come back from that. That's going to be that's it for me.
Let's hope that, as we said, let's hope that she wouldn't do that. That's the presumption for this tier list.
All right, Wolf. I believe you're starting us next with Emilia.
Emilia-tan. Okay. So, I have a lot of thoughts on Emilia. I think she is a very wonderful person. I think she's a very admirable person. She's super brave. She's super strong. She's very, very kind. She's amazing in so many ways. I think currently where she's at in the story, she's too immature for me. But I think I see what Subaru is waiting for. Do you know what I mean? Like, I see what he is waiting for. Like, he's waiting for Emilia to be at that maturity level where they can actually be in a relationship, and I see that. And if I was to take that in mind, Emilia at her full potential like that, I would put her at the bottom of S tier, personally.
All right, Emilia, how about yourself?
Top of S. Thank you very much. She's amazing. Her development has been crazy. She is still a little bit immature, but she is the most loyal thing in the world. She doesn't understand what it is, but will devote and promise her love for you. One day, when she's ready, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm also ace, so I don't need that anytime soon. I'm not going to explain it to her. She could just be my wife, and that's fine. Top of S, please.
For me, Emilia is one where, as disgusting as this sentence initially sounds on paper, I see her in the similar way that Klein sees her, that she doesn't have the mind of a grown person at all. Like, this is still the way that a child thinks. And that drops her a whole letter grade for me. If you show me her 5 years in the future, maybe it's different. But everything else you two have said is very true. She's extremely powerful. She's wonderful. She's cute. And the later in the story, she's gotten a lot more, I don't want to say palatable, because I've always liked her. But she has become a much better character, I think, as the series goes on.
She's actualized better.
Actualized, yes. So I think she sits high in A for me.
Yeah. To me, there's 3 phases of Emilia's character. There is the one that we see in the early web novels, which is a entirely more sassy, more like, with it type of woman. Like it feels like she's Subaru's age,
Yeah. Arc 2 web novel Emilia goes into S easily.
Yes.
Yeah. And then in the later arcs and also in the anime and stuff like that, her portrayal is very ditzy, airheaded, very cutesy and very childish, right? She had to go through a lot. Her development's great. Her conviction is great. But you can tell very clearly that there's a lot of room to mature. And then there's like Emilia after like arc 6, in which you start seeing her as like the character that Tepe needs to start her to be if she's going to be contender to the throne, which is like, she is charming. She's like, valiant. She's like handsome in a way. Like she's amazing at fighting, but she's also like very courageous. Like there's like a very dashing quality to her. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Do you know what I'm talking about, guys? I'm not saying anything spoiled, but you know what I'm saying, right?
It's very much a thing from it's the similar to the Crusch effect, where it's not just that I would care for her, I would care for what she means, her ideology of making the world a better place.
So with all those factored together, there's a very hard mix, which is her character development feels very satisfying to read, and her personality is very strong. I just feel like she needs more
time in the oven.
Insight. Yeah, she needs more insight into the world. I would say like that would put her at A. To me, below Capella, because I think it just interests me less. but also at the same time, I do think she would make a good wife over time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the same way Subaru's thinking of it, it's like, give her time to cook, and then she'll become amazing, you know?
Let her cook.
Let her cook.
All right.
So-
Well, this might be the first argument then, where we have 2 in A and 2 in S. So I think she should be at top of A personally, considering that what everyone said.
E.
Yeah, we all said that she has room to grow, so she can't be F. Look
Doesn't
at
mean she
you.
can't be a wife right away.
Yeah,
It's
S
still
means
really, really good. But S is like, I would die happy with this as it would, with no change going forward. At least that's my S tier criteria.
A is like, the potential is there, right?
Yeah, A is great. Like, don't get me wrong. But like,
Fine.
I would be happy in a relationship with A, but like S is, I'm settled. Like, nothing has to change.
You don't have to change.
And right now, as it stands, you know, it's a perspective of like, it'd be hard not to see her as somebody that you need to spend time with and like nurture in a way, you know what I mean? As well as like physical stuff wouldn't be on the table for like a while because she doesn't understand it at all. So it's like one of those things where you're like, how do I grapple with that, you know?
Can the compromise be that she is the top of A? She is the A.
Fine.
Yeah. All
right. We have our bookends for A tier then, because the opposite agreement was made for Capella.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Let's see. This next character is which one? Oh, this is shoot. The episode wouldn't have gone live yet where this is revealed.
Yeah, so we could go to the...
So do we want to pass by
those two? Yeah.
Isn't next week
next week
next
is last
episode?
episode.
Yeah, they'll be able to. It's fine. We can go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. There is an extra week I was missing. Yes. So Echidna Scarf Donna is next, and you can start us off with her, Kylie.
You know what? I put Echidna in C for cute above Anastasia. I genuinely prefer her to Anastasia. I won't lie.
That's a good point.
I just think because she's not Echidna. She's not the Witch of Greed. She is like one of her children, basically, like Betty.
Yeah.
And she's like a non-mean version of the
Same
Witch
thing
of
as
Envy.
Puck. Yeah. I think she just has the same voice and name. Is the only thing she really has in common with her.
Yeah.
She is nice Echidna. And so I think she's so sweet. But she's a fox. I'm not into that. So C for cute.
Well, here's something you have to consider. If she takes over Anastasia's body, then
then it's fine. But
then you need a third.
Yeah.
And like even then that consent
true.
level is dubious. I'm in the exact same vein as you, Kyle's, where I would be happy. Like, this is a person who I could agree with, like, on a personality thing. She's intelligent like Echidna is. But anything physical is 100% off the table then. So I think she sits in C tier. She sits in C tier for me as well.
She's like she's a companion.
Yeah, she'll have to be a loofah on my back when I'm going to sleep, and then see what happens. I don't know.
I think there's a consensus there, because I feel she's that person that you'll talk to and have a deep and meaningful friendship with, but the dubiousness of her being in a body where I would find it acceptable to have a relationship with her would make it too complicated, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be like, hey, can you wrap around this girl's neck? Then happens. Yeah.
I picked this girl up on Tinder. Can you possess her for the night?
Yeah, I was about to say it would
100%.
literally be to that degree. It'd be kind of fucked.
It would be a hard thing to work out. Yeah.
Hard no. C then, we all agree?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Like bottom C, because like Def's not. But super cute, really sweet.
Yeah.
Better than Anastasia.
Exactly.
I mean, well, our group tier has the only other person on C tier right now is Carmilla. So above or below her, because anything physical is off the table with either of them.
Oh.
At that point, it's just personality.
At that point, she's above Carmilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I agree.
I'd rather be with the wolf scarf. Yeah.
Like, if there's no physical stuff involved, I'm gonna have a way more fun conversations and a meaningful friendship with the scarf than I have Carmilla.
Yeah. So crazy.
Scarf or the witch? What do you pick? The scarf.
The scarf.
Well, they're both sort of witches.
I guess that's true. Scarf witch or regular witch?
Yeah,
Take your pick.
All right.
Dead or artificial?
The next character we have is from the games. We're going to skip over it for now.
Yeah.
And we will go to Fortuna.
Mommy.
I mean, exactly. Like,
Yes. Sorry to interrupt.
no, I mean, I think she sits. Oof, this is hard. I think she is probably in A or B for me, because while she is great, there's like just a little bit. I don't want to say manipulative for her, but like almost.
What
dishonest
way? How?
with herself is, I think, the best way to put it. Like, she is not someone that, even at however old she is able to be honest with her feelings with someone who's completely there and able to understand. And that creates a lot of weird tension that, at my point in life, I'm not looking for. So while she is gorgeous, and I do love moms, like, full stop. I do love moms. I think she's just really high up in A tier for me. I know I was mentioning B, I kind of talked myself out of it, but I think she's just high in A. But probably one step above Emilia to me.
Okay,
Damn.
but have you thought about that bodysuit though?
The bodysuit's high up, but I am going to struggle with that more than I would struggle with getting a bra off. So
yeah. You know what? That's true. It'll be kind of difficult. I would say that
It's a feature, not a bug.
yeah, that's a part of it. You got to realize. Yeah. And with me, like, I think what as your point is, right? Like, she's very dogmatic, right? I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. I think, like, in the same way that Emilia's personality is holding her back, it's a lot of the same, like, airheaded mannerisms that was the flaw of Emilia in sort of like her lack of understanding of relationships is kind of weird, right? Like, she's very obviously guarded herself away from that because of her duty rather than like ignorance, right? Like, she's just very devoted in protecting, which is nice. I think like she'd make a great mother, obviously. I think because of all those reasons, this is where I'll put it. In the same argument I have for Crusch being S, even though she's not the top of S, it's because in real life, I'd be very happy with her being my wife. But at the same time, there's better ones on here. So she'll be an S for me.
okay.
If
Solid.
I would put her in S tier above Emilia for me, like just personally above that position, because, right, in the same vein with Emilia, I am a very patient person. I'm someone that's always willing to grow with the other person. And I don't think that's a thing that I will ever change about myself. I find that very emotionally fulfilling, not in a I can fix you way, but I can grow together with you way. And I think her being a mum just puts her above Emilia for me. I'm going to be real. Come on. Like,
No, I mean, hard agree.
so,
Yeah.
and
Well, the thing is, she's not an
Well,
actual
wolf
mother, but
moment.
you know what I mean.
yeah, but it's the wifey material of like, she gets that extra point because I can see the kids there more than I can with Emilia. You know, if we're going that long, if we're thinking like that, you know,
long term.
yeah. So I
And
have to
half-health
put her
children. I mean, your
above
children will be
Emilia in S tier.
difficult, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that we're kind of in agreement that if she's one step above Emilia, that means that she is just below Crusch in S tier.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Gold, then your next character, I want to make sure I get her name right. Freymir Suin. This is Otto's mom.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she. No, she's a nice mother. She's a
That
rich
means bottom
wife.
tier for gold. She ain't toxic.
Yeah, but the thing about her, right, I'm trying to think if I can think of anything interesting here.
That
She
might be
wouldn't
telling in and of its own self.
Well,
Yeah.
I would say she's not the Suin family. It's Otto's dad, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the family line came, like, she married in.
Yes. Okay. Maybe she's a bit of an opportunist in that way.
I love that for her. Love a queen who knows what she wants.
She does have her titties out. But
I think that's her hand.
Yeah, I think so too.
oh, never mind. You're right. You're right. Okay, never mind. She's D tier. Okay. Well,
D for doesn't put out. Damn.
Oh my
okay, I
God.
see how you are, Gold.
With how many
Wolf?
kids she made? Okay.
yeah, that's true. That's
So-
true.
There are so many amazing MILFs in this series, right? Let's just say that. But
There are.
Love a good MILF.
But I don't think she is a standout. I think she's a great mum. I think she really cares and loves for her children, but I don't know enough about her personality to be able to say that I would in confidence have the best relationship out of all of the MILFs on this list, right? But I will say she gets bonus points for not only being a great mum, but also being a mum in herself. So I would put her personally at the bottom of B
Yes.
tier.
You know what? I'll put her at C then, because you're right. There's nothing actively detrimental about her, and
Yeah.
she does seem like a good mother, so that's a positive.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
Giles.
I put her at B for beautiful as well. I put her above Echidna, to be honest, because I would rather her because she seems really nice. And also, she had a kid with a fucking divine protection. That's pretty pog. Also, Otto's cool, and I could be his other mom, so I like that. B.
That is cool. That's a
So,
cool idea.
I'm sitting around the same area, like probably low B. And I would put her a bit higher for the reasons you all have said, except that she wasn't close enough with her son that clearly had some sort of disability when he was young to be able to pick up that he was aware and had to rely on her own kids to figure out that Otto was like actually intelligent and just simply nonverbal at that time, that he could understand and process everything around her. And that does drop her a couple points. Like, I think she should have been a bit more attentive with that kid as she was with the other ones.
That's very
Also, her platinum hair has thrown out some wild theories as having passed that on to Otto. So I think she probably sits bottom of B, top of C, squarely in the milquetoast mom territory.
I'll put her top
Gross.
C.
Okay. I can put her top of C. I can agree.
I'll agree. I'll agree.
That gives us a good like bookmark for like what makes a C tier. So that way it isn't immediately just we can't sleep with them, goes to C tier characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But there's
All right,
also a place for those characters in that tier too. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Wolf, you have Frederica.
Okay. I think Frederica is
Human form.
great. Yes, but
Yes.
very importantly, human form Frederica is amazing. I think she is someone who you can have a very engaging interpersonal relationship with. I think she would be like a great person to talk to. She'll have great conversation. I think she's an admirable person that has a lot of duty and a lot of justice in her, which I think is very admirable. I think she would be an amazing mother. I think she would be an amazing wife. I think she will be able to provide a multitude of things to you in a relationship. The emotional burden, helping with like things around the house. Like whenever a gap needs to be filled for each other in the relationship, she can be flexible with that, right? I think she also is... And okay, if we're doing the waifu tier list, I think she is secretly probably a very kinky person.
I agree.
I get that.
I think so.
I get
she
that
has
with
to be. She has to be in
Seriously,
tune
we're
enough
doing
with
this?
it. Yeah.
I can back him up in a second, but don't worry.
Yeah, okay, I'm just saying, like, I think I can see that there. I can see it in her eyes. And that's like an element of just like, there's just so much fun to be had, you know? And I think it's a relationship that you will live out an entire life, be satisfied, have great kids, have just a great community in life, and she will have contributed a lot to all of that. So I am going to put her at the top of A for me.
Okay.
Oh, build up, and she just gets an A.
I know, right?
No, I mean that sounded
You have to
reasonable. like an
qualify
A.
yourself and then give an even thing. Here is my take on what he was saying, and it's actually a detriment that she's like that. And I'll explain in just one moment. It's the fact that she has trash taste in men. She is a fail girl. Like, you know who she's into?
Oh no.
Klein.
Is it an auto? Oh.
She's into Klein. And that is true. And I'm not
And
saying
isn't he
that,
not into her because
Yes.
she's not a child?
Yeah.
yeah, and also Roswaal a little bit too, I think. And that's fine. That one's a little bit better, but like I think that her thing is that she is so painfully like she's like I can fix him to the
Motherless
extreme.
behavior.
Yeah,
I'll be her daddy.
oh yeah, no, that's
She actually has those issues. Yeah.
Thank you. She has daddy issues. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly it. She has daddy issues, and you know what? That's
Perfect.
fine.
I can fix it.
And you know what? She's a demi-human. She has a lot of strength. In her demi-human form, she can suplex you. She can lift you up very easily. I think there is a lot of potential there. I think for all those reasons, she's A.
Okay. I'm very I just give everyone S's. I have her just a little bit above Crusch. I love Frederica. She's so cute. She's also just so competent in her job, and she's really good with Petra and the rest of the maids. And she's also a good big sister. And I just find that super sweet and nice.
Yeah,
and
you're
you know
right.
what? She has trash taste in men, and that's okay. She has parental issues. That's not her fault. She lives in the Roswaal mansion. He's a weird guy. So she has some distorted tastes. I can fix that. S. She's beautiful. She is perfect. She is kind. Love her.
You're right, she's S. And she's a little sassy too. It's kind of funny.
She's fun. A bit of banter.
She's gossipy. Yeah. And she'll also bite you.
And that's great. Ooh.
I think you are right on the money, Kyles, with everything you've said. With
Except
the
for the
sole exception that I think she is too quick to forgive and accept Roswaal's behavior, as egregious as it is, when she's seeing people important to her like struggle with it so much, and after everything he's done, she was just a little too lenient on it. And I think that says just a little bit about her character. Not enough to make her awful, but enough to give you like, hold on,
About it
who did
this
you
way,
vote
too.
for? Idea. So I think she's
too, though, who took care of her in her time
that's
of
true.
need. There's also that kind of level of like feeling with that too. Like, yes, the people around you feel that way, but also if you've lived an entire life without people in your life and you've had to take care of someone, you're gonna usually go back to the person who took care of you from day one. Typically, until you start taking care of yourself. I think she still has a long way to go. But I wouldn't judge her based on that Roswaal acceptance. I think it's sweet that she's willing to forgive.
I agree. And I think that it's good that she was able to forgive, but she was making it seem like she didn't have a problem with what he had done, at least in that specific scene. And I think that keeps her super high up in A tier. Like, there's just a little bit where I'm like, the
I feel like
smallest
Decay
bit of
just doesn't
hesitation.
know what to do with her, and that's why. He just needed her to be like, yeah, okay, that's good enough.
Apparently her arc's at the end of the series. Her arc is last arc.
I was also about to say, I think she's a character that she's not been actualized yet in the story because it's not been her time yet. We've not seen Frederica
like
at her full potential.
Because the last, we see her for what? Did we even see her in season 3?
We saw her at the start for a tiny weeny bit.
Yeah.
And I think in a bit with Garth's flashbacks.
Being Garth flashbacks a little bit in season 2, but that's it so far.
So I think there's not enough of her to put her to S tier for me.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean we can't as a group. Like she's right at the precipice. I have her at the top of my A tier right
She's
now.
at the top of that mountain for sure.
I'm an S. Kylie convinced me because I realized I had Crusch and Fortuna there because of the wife potential. Yeah, never mind. Probably going to be a great wife. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do we think she's
Maybe
below
bottom
or above Fortuna?
I think she's above.
I'd
to
say
me.
above Fortuna.
I'd say above
for me.
Fortuna, actually. Yeah,
I
do you
agree.
know what? That's fair.
What about Crusch? I
No.
would argue against. Okay.
No, there's
Anyone have arguments against that?
No.
there's no
right.
no
Definitely
way.
above Fortuna.
All right, solid standard A tier. We can pass over her animal form for now, not really needing to throw that one in there.
Yeah, let's skip it. Let's skip.
How do you say this character's name?
Fru-Fru?
Kyle, do you get Otto's ground dragon?
Fuck. Well, this ground dragon is not best girl, but she is so sweet. So she gets A for me because she's just perfect in every way. I wouldn't necessarily wife her, but I would take good care of her. All beasts are labeled based on how much I love them, not necessarily if I would marry them. So she gets A tier. Just below Capella for me. So loyal, so kind.
Yeah.
I think I have to keep her in probably in C, maybe a step above Otto's mom.
Oh yeah, it's true.
yeah.
I think
Maybe
above
below.
Otto's mom.
Yeah.
I think I probably have her tied with Otto's mom. I think she is a better personality-wise than she was.
Yeah,
An extremely loyal and powerful person.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing that I can't kiss a ground dragon, you know?
Yeah.
Well, okay, wait, but like the sassiness of Furu is very interesting, dynamic. You know, I think like, yeah, she's definitely better than Otto's mom. So I think Furu is above Otto's mom. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was easy.
I have nothing to disagree about that. I think Fru, she's the perfect example of a good loyal ground dragon. It would be a loyal pet companion, like not even beyond that friendship relationship that I would have for my entire life. And I would be happy with her being the person that's like driving my family around, you know?
Yeah.
Well, she is your family at that point.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're married.
She is the family.
All right, so top of C tier then, right above Otto's mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Who
I
is
get
this?
to rage on this next character. This is a spoiler character because this is all in the past, but it is one that we can talk about. Her name is Hannah Regret. This is Felix's mother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Straight up for me, this is the first clear and obvious F tier wife. What a trash person she is. Unbelievable.
Spill the tea. I know nothing about her, so I'll agree with the F.
I want you to imagine that she is married to like the most abusive of abusive husbands. And not only is she permissive of it, but she is actively enabling it to happen to Felix.
Oh,
Yep.
trash. Bottom.
I
Below
will-
Elsa
okay.
for me.
The one thing I'll say is that maybe. Never mind. I was gonna say she did make Felix, so I think there's some potential there. No, I'm joking. Okay. F tier.
Yeah. She's the kind of F tier where her purpose in the story is important. So I wouldn't delete her from the story, but she's the F tier in the sense of get the fuck out of here, you bitch.
Yeah.
Trash.
Because not only is her personality not great or anything, like she's very tepid, but like her life was, and we're it's one of those things like victim. Well, it's like not even that. It's like her life was a story of just misery, and she got that misery upon other people by being complicit, and then that's all she did, and it's very sad, but that also means that she wouldn't be a good wife.
Yeah.
All right, so top
would
of
be
F tier
like-
right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a lot of spoiler characters in a row, so the next one we'll jump to, and this is going to be probably our biggest change from the first time we tried to record this a year ago. Gold, Liliana.
Okay. You know what? It's hard, right? Because this is the normal caveat, which is, oh, look at her body. It looks young, right? I agree with that, and I understand. That's going to be a huge factor in this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like she can change it like Capella can, right? There's a part of me that actually really likes new Liliana as a partner. As a wife, it'd be harder too. I think her traveling and her chaos and her free-spiritedness would do a lot to detract it. But I will say, she'd be really, really fun, and she'd take you everywhere around the world, and you have great adventures together. I think her annoyingness wouldn't be as annoying compared to what we see in the anime, which is like, sure, it's annoying every once in a while, but everyone would be like pulling on her pigtails, be like, shut up. And she'd be like, okay.
Shut up.
Yeah. I think that actually puts her pretty high up for me. She's actually higher than Echidna in B tier.
Oh, wow.
Because she's not
Yeah,
evil.
I'd go with
She's actually
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Wolf.
I have to agree there. I think she is a person that you're not going to spend your entire life with, but she is going to be a person you will never forget. You know, she's going to be that. What's the?
She'll take you clubbing.
What's the silly American movie equivalent, like the college girlfriend or whatever, or like the person
yeah.
The girl next door.
the person you grew up with, kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
the person that when you're coming into maturity, you learn new experiences to make you the better person.
Yeah, you need to figure out mistakes with, and she'd be doing with you too.
Yeah. She's not going to be the wifey material, but she's going to be the person that puts you on the right path, and she's going to be that person who you have that fling with, but she's going to be a good friend for the rest of your life. If you ever see her traveling about when you,
Yeah, it won't be bad.
You'll be like, it won't be an awkward thing. It'll be like, yo, hey stranger, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And that puts her at the top of B tier, above Echidna for me. I think she is the standout in B tier for me.
I'd have to agree with placement about where you said with B tier. I'm so shocked that I'm putting Liliana so freaking high. Considering
After all
how
the torture. Yeah.
I hate her. For reference, if you're new here, I had to help edit and narrate all the Liliana chapters for the web novel, which took, well, it's a 3.5 hour video. It took over 10 hours of recording. So she was an F tier up until the anime changed my mind. And now she's B because she's such a lovable character. And I hate the anime for that. But honestly, I freaking love that.
It turns her comedy from grating, annoying to some of the best banter you could have with characters in the series.
And also, she's like, also like gay as hell. Like, hey, that woman.
It seems that way. She is also like in a firm relationship with Kiritaka. I think she is the bi icon of the series.
Yes.
And I think for me, that puts her in B for bi.
B for bi.
I went up and checked. All three of us put her in F tier last time. Of absolutely, we just wish she was gone. Yeah, it's full stop. Season 3 completely swapped it. Not only do I think she's genuinely hilarious, her updated character design is actually cute rather than like almost gross to look at.
Yeah.
And I think so long as you aren't making her stay with you in the middle of a big city, if you're like traveling around with her, your life, as you all said, it's going to be good. There is still, some hiccups with it. She can be annoying. She is a bit of a klutz and an idiot. Can't read the room properly, but can lead the room perfectly.
Yes, that's true.
For me, I have her as my first and only B tier character right now.
Wow. Okay, I guess we all agree on B. That's good.
Yep.
We do. But I am struggling to put her above Echidna for me. That's a hard argument. But if all three of you say the same thing, then I'll have to.
Well, you don't have to do it for your list.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I think that full wife Echidna is better than full wife Liliana.
I'd agree with that.
Okay, there's different levels of potential there.
Right? I guess so. I mean, I guess your life would be. I mean, I said like being with. Actually, you're right, because we're not saying being with, like, what would normally happen in an ideal situation with Liliana is that you'd be with her for like 4 years, right? And then you'd be like, okay, goodbye, right? Or like whatever, we both work something out.
But it's amicable, right? Yeah.
Well, I think
as a wife,
I think in worst case scenario, you divorce Echidna, but Liliana leaves you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And not
I think
because that you do, just because she has more
Right.
What's going on, you know?
She's gonna be the kind of leave that packs up and like doesn't say anything as well.
Yeah, just a note in the morning after 10 years together
I
or
agree.
something.
Yeah.
So I think that keeps her below Echidna. Any real problems with that?
No, I agree.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who's next? Wolf, right?
Yep.
All right. This character is not a spoiler, even though I don't think they've said her name in the anime. She has appeared.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we should, let's see. Can I find her name? Let's just call her Miss Estrella for now. This is Reinhard's mom, Heinkel's wife, Sleeping Beauty.
I was like, oof.
Okay.
Oh wait, who starts this?
Me.
Wolf starts this one.
Okay.
So, I have a lot to say for how little we know about her. And I know that seems strange, but okay. So, especially from the flashbacks we see and just the inference of the way the Estrella family dynamic works, I think Miss Estrella here is probably an outstanding and wonderful woman. I think she is the type of person that glues the family together. I think she's the type of person that is someone that makes people around her strive to be better. I think she is probably an amazing mum. I think she's probably an amazing wife. In terms of all of the inferences I can make about her, I think she's probably a standout person. The problem is, I just don't have enough, like, I have the contextual clues, I just don't have the content to see that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, she is someone I would probably just... this is so difficult, because I think contextually she's probably above Otto's mum for me, but I don't have that evidence to back that up, you know?
I think I'll have one piece of evidence to give you later, but I'll wait for my turn.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's all I have to say about her. So I would probably put her, for me personally, maybe above Otto's mother in B tier. I want to see what your guys' opinions are, because this is probably one of my most flexible ones, genuinely.
Riles?
I have no opinion. She's beautiful. B? I don't know anything about her. I'm depressed that she fell asleep.
Well,
okay, yeah, so...
My last opinion on her is very clear, which is you have to kill the dragon to have a wife. So that's a hard one to sell. But I'll say she's C, above Otto's mom. Actually, above Furfru, too. Yeah.
Okay, so placing her as a group is going to be super easy because we've all put her in the same spot. I have her at low B tier because, as you said, we don't know too much about her. But the only bits of evidence we have on how amazing of a wife and person she was is that A, everyone seemed super thrilled in the 2 seconds we got of Heinkel introducing her, or maybe with the wedding. We're not sure what that news is. That's probably what it is. But everyone seemed super thrilled about her. And 2, and this is my bit for you, Wolf, she is an important and incredible enough person to inspire Heinkel to do everything that he's done in the series.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And I think that has to mean something.
It does.
But as you said, Gold, the effort it's going to take to actually have a life with her is significant. And while there are some easy answers that we could say, just side with Emilia because she's going to win because of narrative purposes, it's still going to be hard. I have her low B tier for me, just below Liliana.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is totally fair.
It's hard to talk about it.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing of you can make so much inference, but without the evidence, I can't say more.
So do we want her in B, bottom of B, or top of C tier? Everyone was talking.
I think lack of evidence makes her a top of C character.
Yeah, exactly. I have to say. It's hard to say B.
If I get a whole, say, side story with how amazing this woman is, she's probably got shooting up the ranks, you know?
Yeah,
but
I agree. Okay,
perfect then. I don't think we know this character. I will double check to be sure. Who are you?
Redhead.
Yeah.
I don't
know. So we have briefly met her, but it's not important for this. She is spoiler characters for Kyle's. So we will jump to, oh my god, we just started her name. Mild or Milde, the chiefess of Arlem Village.
S tier, baby. Any day. Experienced woman.
Well, she smacks Subaru's ass. She's still with it.
She's a predator.
Yeah.
Still got it.
Okay. Is that all you have to say, Kylie?
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
She's creepy. That's harassment. That is harassment. I don't care if it's like socially like, oh, it's a kooky old lady. It's kind of cute. If that was an old man doing that to a woman, you'd think the exact fucking opposite. So she is a D tier for me.
No, to me she's F because she's about to die.
Ooh.
So me being a wife, her being actually maybe I'll put her in D. Because at the very least, when she dies, I inherit the village's good graces.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I also have her in D tier, one step below Anastasia, because at least Anastasia would be fun for a while.
Yeah.
But this, if you do anything, you're going to break a hip. And I know how that feels. It's not fun.
Bruh.
So, I mean,
Old man card.
a predator, super old. I mean, if she is chiefess of the village, it means that she's probably some sort of capitalist. I'm not a fan of that either. D tier, just above the psychopaths on my end.
Yep, that's fair. Where is the consensus on this, though?
I think Kyle's weight throws it to bottom of C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can keep her F tier. I forgot. She's pretty creepy as Subaru.
D-tier,
but she'll stay S in mine because it's funny.
Okay.
All right, so D tier, above or below Anastasia and Elsa for us.
She's
below
got
them both, I would assume.
She's got to be above Elsa, but below.
Above Elsa, below it now. Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Elsa will just be different on my list. It's okay.
She could be your S. It's fine.
She's not in my ass. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Shit.
There's no
My
evidence.
bad.
All right, since you had
Yeah.
since you had such a joke, Kyle's, you can do Minerva now here as well.
Oh, fuck yeah. Minerva's hot as fuck. And I love her character. She's so spicy. I know nothing about her, but she's also very sweet to Emilia. But I would put her at an S. I put her at the top of my S. I think she's the cutest. I've loved her for a very long time. And I have a theory. I have a theory that she's Emilia's mom.
Yeah, I agree.
It's pretty widely believed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so I think Emilia's actual mom deserves tier. If she is that.
I have her probably squarely in the middle of A. I think right below Fortuna. Because Minerva's one thing that's kind of detracting her is she is severely misunderstanding what she is doing whenever she tries to help people.
Yeah.
And like, if she's trying to help me, I don't want other people around the world to be dying because of that.
Yeah.
But at the same side, she can be as rough as she wants and immediately fix me afterwards, which keeps her from going too low. And oh my god, she is hot as shit.
She is.
So like that is worth points on its own.
And
squarely super high in the A tier.
She would crush your pelvis, heal it instantly.
Yeah, she could fix my hip. That's a good point.
Oh my god, yeah, it's completely fixed. And
I'll move her up above Fortuna because of that.
She's honestly one of those low S tier characters for me because she has a lot of fun stuff going for her, but some of her heights are so high you just have to put her in that top tier. Got
it.
I think with the issue with how her authority works too is a thing of like, if I had knowledge of that, I would help fix that. But if I don't have knowledge of how that's how that works, and neither does she, like, how are we going to know about that, you know?
Fair.
So that's not a thing I can really put too high in the considerations, because either one, she's an amicable enough of a person that I think you could say, okay, this is the penalty of what happens here. She's going to be like, oh my god, what? And we're going to work it out from there. And if we don't know, we don't know. And that's just a tragedy that I cannot understand.
To be fair, her ambition's very noble. I think like the thing, her cute temper tantrums, her being wrath is like she'll be very excitable all the time, and that's fun. That's fun, but she's also very nurturing at the same time. So that side of her is nice. She cares a lot about people and like fairness, which I think is a good attribute to have. So yeah, she's like the opposite end of the MILF spectrum of Fortuna, which is Fortuna's very reserved, and they're both Emilia's mother, but both in opposite ways. So yeah, I think it's they're right next to each other, in my opinion.
I think I have had one second thought about her. I'm going to move her up a little bit higher on my own list for this as well. So she's now top of my A tier. Is that being with her would make me Emilia's stepfather, and that is a position I would rather be than her husband.
True.
So I think squarely top of A, maybe bottom of S tier for me for Minerva.
Yeah, this is probably a bottom S situation for me. I think she's got so much going for her. I think, honestly, she's one of those people where it's not to the same level as Emilia or Crusch, where the ideology will completely encapture me, but it will be a thing of, like, I can understand that goal, and I will be willing to assist you throughout that. Like, make the world a better place, you know? She's gonna make me a better person, and we'll help each other make the world a better place. S tier, baby.
All right. So it sounds like she's in S. Do we have her above or below Fortuna?
Below.
That's fine. But in mine, she's going to be above.
I think she's above Fortuna, personally.
Okay, then we're all doing it above.
Yeah,
Fortuna.
okay. Math works out, so she's above. I have to see more of her before I could judge her above Fortuna or not, beat myself, but...
Okay. I think I'm next with... Am I saying her name right? Nauka?
Now...
or Nawaka. I want to just double check. It is Naoko. Naoko. Okay, Naoko.
Yeah,
Naoko, top of A tier for me. Like, she's just a wonderful person. I think there's just a bit too much, like, dits there for me.
She's very simple in that way.
But I think I have her, like, right below Minerva. She's a wonderful mother. Obviously great. Her like weird thing with food though, like I have struggles with food, and I think that might be a bit of a trigger on my end. Like I would not be able to keep my wife happy if it meant eating a mountain of peas for breakfast first thing in the morning.
And mayonnaise. Oh
god, the mayonnaise is a good point. You know what, Frederica, you get extra points for not doing the mayonnaise shit above now.
Yeah. I think like for me with her, it's like her wisdom and advice is very like she has a very calm view of the world. I don't think it's very like see like in Subaru's case at all, right? Like her guidance for Subaru or lack thereof because of her simple way of viewing the world actually detrimentally affected his growth and development. So out of all the MILFs that we have in this list, we see very clearly that, like, not out of malice or anything, like far from it, out of love, she's not the best mother on this list. You know what I mean?
It's true. We'll get to the best mom on this list later.
She's amazing and wonderful and great. I think she, like, her being a mum and her being so wonderful is just... It gives her lots of points, right? But there is just too much dits there. She's observant and she can be serious, but it's not enough for me to be able to put her in, like, S tier or high A tier. I would probably put her low A tier myself. I think she's really wonderful. I think she's a great mother. I think she's got a lot going for her, but that just... It just doesn't, like, compatible wise work for me fully, I think. And also food stuff, like, very similar to Connor, maybe not to the exact same degree, but that would put me off so fucking much.
Yeah. I'll be honest, just because you're Subaru's mother, we're putting her higher, I think, and we know quite a bit about her person, but compared to everybody in, like she be, like, bottom of B in my mind. Am I right? Like, think about, like, we're ranking her against all those characters there and just be like, is she better than any of them? I don't know.
I mean, I have her above Emilia and Echidna, so like I think that's kind of where she belongs.
That's where I have her too.
I have her as my first A tier character.
Wow.
Yeah, Kyle's go ahead on your review for her.
I love how quirky she is. I think she's S for me, but I'm very flexible because, again, we don't know too much about her, but she made me cry like crazy. So, you know.
Fair enough. So, middle of A, I think, comes to the average between us all.
Yeah, I'd say so.
between Emilia and Capella.
I don't think she's fun enough to outrank Capella. Honestly.
Below. I'd agree below.
Okay.
This feels sacrilegious to say, but it's kind of true.
No, I'll concede the point. I'll concede that. I think that's. I think that is pretty affirmative for like a lower A tier character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we want to consider this next one a spoiler or not. So maybe err on the side of caution with it.
On the side of caution.
Okay. We'll jump to Petragella, and you can have the one right after her as well, Gold. So you can have those two.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Petragella's best girl.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just gets S tier automatically, even though she's not waifu. She just automatically.
She is one of those few characters where she has her own tier. She ain't wifey, but she there for lifey. You know, like
yeah, she's the real girl.
She is where, and this is silly and kind of wacky and emotional and out of nowhere, but she very much reminds me of my own dog.
I can see it.
In that she's
Sirius
loyal to a T. She's regal in so many ways. She is a member of that family that is irreplaceable, and maybe that's just me placing my own emotions for myself onto her, but the way I feel about Petragella is very similar to the way I feel about my girl. So she's got to be in her own tier of her own. She's just amazing. I don't know. Like,
she's the best dog.
Where do we put her, like, in S tier? How would that work? Because
we can make a new tier above S. Best girl.
Best girl.
Petragella tier.
I'm still going to use the same parameters I've used for everyone else. Her personality keeps her out of the I can't sleep with her tier of C and puts her squarely at the top of B tier just for being as amazing as she is and having to accept that as part of the deal with her.
You're right. We're talking about wives here. We're not just talking about best girl.
Yeah, this is a waifu
This
tier.
isn't best girl. You're so right. This is not best girl. This is waifu.
That's right. So I guess Petragella then for this list would be like a C for a cutie or B.
Well, she's definitely above Furu and definitely above somebody.
No,
who's
100%.
So,
she's the top of whatever list she's in.
yeah, she's top of C at the very least, I would imagine.
Petragella to a cutie.
I don't think that her personality deserves anything less than B, even if that's all you're getting from her.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
That she has to be a standout in B, because like, come on, she is the epitome of the loyal, like, family member creature.
Yeah.
And there's just,
but she's also willing to like dish it back to you when she knows she's being disrespected, and I think that's
she's
important
obviously intelligent enough to, understand like conversations. So it's like,
she is like the best companion you could ask for. She should be there when you need her, but should be there to like beat you around when you're being stupid. She's
and even like on the point of intelligence, she is the only animal that Otto talks back to like as an animal too.
Yes.
Like he's having a proper conversation with her, almost as if it's another language rather than just hearing like what the bugs or cats are saying.
It seems she like has a level of intelligence that's above any other creature we've seen in the series.
Yeah, she's noted as like her specific species of ground dragon is remarkably intelligent.
I also have a couple crackpot theories because of that, but that's not something to mention today.
Yes, I know what your theories are, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, I think that's a whole other thing.
Okay, top of B tier.
Yeah,
we cool with top of B tier.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Kyle's, you can throw like a little heart on her icon in the final edit.
Yes, of course I can.
Little heart that has best girl.
Ding.
All right. And I guess moving on from the kind of total opposite, Gold, Priscilla.
Yeah. She is, well, I need to say, if anybody disagrees with me, I will be very upset, and also you're very wrong. She's S tier, 100%. The top of S tier, in my opinion. There is nothing about Priscilla. I mean, like, she is honestly the most flawless character as a wife, as a woman, like, in the series, I think. And I know we'll argue later on for a blue-haired one, but I honestly believe that her heart is so beautiful. Her mind is so keen. Her way of speaking is very fun. She's very gorgeous. I feel like she's like drop dead gorgeous. And she's ambitious. She's driven. She's very powerful. Like, she's very driven. Like, she appreciates everything around her. Like, she'd appreciate you so much, even if she's scathingly telling you off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all that's just so great. And she'd make a great wife, like a great mother too. So like,
Yes.
all the, like, and the boys know what I mean as well, right? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
so in that sense, it's like there's no way she's not S, like top of S to me.
She has to be top of S. Like, Priscilla is one of those.
I'd agree.
Priscilla is not to the same degree as Liliana, but a similar effect to me of when the opinion I have of when I first met her versus what I know of her now is so drastically different. It's insane. She is genuinely, such an admirable person. Her confidence, her love, that just, I think she has to be top of S tier. I have so much to say that I can't say much. It's hard to communicate, you know? Like, this is a person that you would spend the rest of your life with. It would be exciting every day. And it will be fulfilling, and she will elevate you. And it's not in the way of, you won't be able to exactly elevate her, but that's not exactly a negative, you know? Because this world was made for her own benefit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to put her top of S. This is my consideration. Is she above Crusch? I think...
yeah.
I think because of Crusch's amnesia, I might put Priscilla above Crusch.
Giles?
She's hot as hell. I think she'd be a great time, but also she would degrade me the whole time. I'm not fully into that. So she's the bottom of my S tier, but I'm flexible with her. She's hot as fuck. She is so fucking cool in season 3. So like, she goes up a lot and her confidence is crazy.
Kyle's, she is so gay too. She's bisexual. Well,
I know.
she would do everything, man.
Okay, I'll be real. She is a lot nicer to women than she is men. However,
100%.
from what I've seen so far, she is still scary. And that fear scares me too much.
It's not the fun kind of scary yet.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. So for me, she's not that super... She's like, I mean, I'm totally fine with her being anywhere on ours. Because she's definitely an S, 100%, without a doubt. I would say she could be a high S, but for me personally, bitch too scary. She would eat me up, and not in the good way.
So for me, she's definitely super high on S tier, and I think the only thing keeping her from the top of S is I don't know if it was or is genuinely racist, or if that was just a front she was putting up in the beginning of the royal selection ceremony.
Yeah.
And I think that concern is just enough to keep her from going above Crusch in my eyes.
Well, you know what? To me, at this point, how should I say that? It doesn't matter. Actually, that's what I'll say. It really doesn't matter, because whether or not that's her genuine feelings, her personality and her actions speak a lot louder than her words ever did. If that makes sense.
They do, but I don't want to have to like hide my wife at weddings to stop her from embarrassing us as a couple.
No, it's not like that at all. She definitely wouldn't say that. But like, you understand that her rivalry with Emilia, like, we've read the,
Yes, I understand it, but that is on my end. That's a line that I have to draw, and it does drop it down. Now, the reason she's still an S despite that line is I don't think it's 1,000% genuine in either circumstance and could be worked on. So I think we're all in agreement that she belongs in S tier, but the question just at this point is she at the top, or is she below Crusch, Frederica, Minerva? I mean, she's above Fortuna. I don't think any of us are going to fight that one.
No.
No.
I think we all are like they're both driven a similar way, both Crusch and Priscilla. But I think we all understand, or at least this is just my feeling. The spice, like there's actually, this is actually a good point. Do you care about somebody who is very reserved and very steady, or somebody more passionate? Because they're both very secure, right? Like you're both going to feel very comfortable with them. It's more just, do you care if somebody's a bit more biting, a bit more to the point, a bit more like passionate? Yeah, I guess is the best way to put it.
I don't think pre-amnesia, and I'm going to hope post-amnesia eventually, Crusch is not passionate at all. I think she is just as passionate. It's just not as screamy and fiery, but it's like a controlled, directed passion.
I think the thing with Crusch as well is that there's a level to her passion of she locks it away, not because she's not confident, but because of...
She's very focused.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's like that laser point of she's sharpening herself as a sword almost kind of vibe, right? Like her love is very all-encompassing, but she's sharpened it to tackle something specifically. And with that in mind and that argument, I would probably put Priscilla top of S tier, maybe just below Crusch, because it's
well, yeah, that's what we're asking is which one of those two.
Yeah, it's...
Well, if the three of you say below Crusch, then it's below Crusch on our list. No, she's top list for me.
Okay.
That's fine. Bless up.
I think that's very respectful of her. And, you know, maybe more seasons come out and just improved animation and everything bumps her up again, just like it did for Liliana. It could happen even for the better characters, too.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of great characters, though, Wolf, you get Ram. Oh, no, we have one more. I guess I'll give you both here.
Okay.
I have no idea what this woman's name is.
Appa Salesman's wife.
Yeah, Appa Salesman wife. I'm sure I can spot it here.
War veteran wife here. She's actually, despite being a nice person, she's a lower ranked mum for me because there's nothing wrong with making mistakes, but losing your child in the capital of Lagunica is insane.
So dangerous.
Raksha is her name, boy. Raksha.
Like, there's getting her being lost for like 30 seconds because a big crowd passes by you. Her getting lost completely in the capital is insane to me. Like, there is no way that is happening under my watch. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Guys, kids are slippery.
Yeah, because the capital, whilst being a big and diverse place, is also a very dangerous place, especially if you don't know where you're going, as we see with Subaru in his first loops, right?
Can I just add on to your argument as just an additional point real quick? It's not even that she lost the kid. The kid wasn't like running around or distracted or anything either. She was standing still next to another store looking around for her mom.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't a kid who ran off. This is one that was like left behind.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that makes her a lower ranked mum for me. I have to be real. I think... Ooh, wow. Maybe, for me, myself, bottom of C tier? Or maybe even D.
Wow. Maybe
Kyle's?
she's below Anastasia.
Say below Anastasia. I don't know her that well, nor do I really care about her, to be honest, because we haven't seen her in forever.
Mm-hmm.
And she just she's a nothing burger, honestly. With love and respect, she just ain't a queen. She ain't a queen. So I'm gonna put her. I'd probably even put her at F because like I just don't even think about her.
That's fair. I think she's bottom of C tier for me because if nothing else, they seem to have a good relationship, and that's got to mean, you know, something.
Especially with how rough around the edges Catamon is.
Yeah, and she's still, you know, pretty. So I'm just gonna chalk that up to it. It was like the craziness of the capital, or the kid has more trust than it may have seen. I have her bottom of C tier for me, one step above Anastasia, because I don't actively dislike her.
Okay.
Gold?
Yeah, I think she's bottom of
You cut out bottom of.
Oh, C. Sorry, C.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So with Kyle's is weighted grade though. I think that does drop her down to top of D tier.
Sure.
I don't know if I can rank her over Anna though.
Yeah, I think that's right. She has to be below Anna. I think that's probably right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's fair. All right. And now you can start with Rom.
Okay, this is
Or Wolf. Sorry.
the one I've been most excited to talk about because this is my waifu for ReZero. Ram is. She's not just my waifu for ReZero, she's like my top waifu of all time in anything, like ever. I love Ram so much. She has, in terms of like aside from all of the waifu stuff, like her character in the series, she's like my favorite female character. Her dialogue is the best in the series. She has the best banter. She's so entertaining. Every time she is on screen or on the page, I am hopping with joy. She makes this series like she is one of the reasons why this series is amazing to me. And that has to mean something, right? But on top of that, she is mature, she is wise, she is smart, she is strong in so many ways, and she has so many amazing things about her, like the way she banters with you, the way she talk to you, and the way she still emotionally resonate with you. And whenever she, in a similar way to how she says Barasu has perfect timing, I think she has perfect timing in the emotions and the way she addresses things, in that sense of whenever you need to have that emotional moment, she'll have it with you. Whenever you need to have that banter at that time, she'll do that too. She does
have perfect comedic timing.
She does, and she's so observant. She would be the person that I would like on this list. This is wifey. Rest of my life, huge family, like that's where it's going, I fangirl over Ram so much. She's amazing. I think she's the other thing that's really cool about her too is that she is someone that, whilst initially seems like she brings down the people around her, she's very much a person that glues people together. I think it's not the exact same as Subaru, but she's one of those people in the Emilia camp that keeps everyone together. Because she's big sis, She's just amazing. She'd also be, frankly, an amazing mother.
Fair. Good points.
Top of my S tier that I don't think anyone can get past Ram for me.
Mm-hmm. She's the worst twin. We all know my allegiance to Ram. Now, Ram is pretty great. I do like her a lot. But she's not Ram. I'd still put her in S tier. I'll give her that. She's not the highest for me. Like, I'd put her above Priscilla. And above my granny lady, for sure. But there's nothing better than Ram. Nothing better.
Wow.
I think I feel more strongly for Rom than you do, Kyle's, but I also have her really high up in S tier. I don't have her at the top, but I think from just the history we have with her, everything you've said, Wolf, to me, she's probably tied with Priscilla, maybe edging out a little bit just because I think just twins are hot, just in general. And I think that gives her like a tiny extra point. Because, she's great. And I think being funny is a huge boost. Mm-hmm. And if we look at this whole list, like aside from like web novel Frederica, she's like the only funny person here. Maybe like sometimes Liliana, but she's like funny because you're laughing at her, not laughing at the jokes that she makes. Or the lines that she says.
Ram, you're laughing with her while she's laughing.
Ram is getting you to laugh, whereas you are laughing at Liliana, and I think that humor is really high. I think
she's sorry thing away.
Exactly.
I hear that every single night.
10 favors in return is just a line that sits. I think of that line every single day. That's my Roman Empire. So super high up in S tier for me. One step below Crusch.
The thing with Ram for me is that she is like her personality is so great that it's hard to really deny that there's a lot of growing you both have to do, but you don't really care because her wisdom carries such a strong, like she's so confident in herself, she's so wise, there's like a lot of strength there's a lot of things that you have to work through together with her. Like she has a lot of like issues in her past, right? But she's still so resolute. There's something very human about her in that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In the fact that like a lot of the characters who are like perfect in strength, like Priscilla or like Crusch, aren't perfect in a way, or perfect in such a way that like you can't really tell if there's anything underneath it until you get to the very core of it, and we do eventually. Both Rem, she wears her heart on the sleeve so often that she's like, no, I don't like you, or no, yes, this is, Garf is a foolish man, and that's why I'm going to beat him up right now, even though he likes me. You know what I mean? Or like, I love Roswaal, even though he's stupid and delusional.
Yeah.
Like all those things that she'll say, you'll know exactly what she's thinking at all times, and she's just so beautiful. And also, yeah, of course, her being a twin is great. She would be a klutz a bit, but I think that's cute. She isn't as stacked as Rem, but that's all right.
Look, the itty bitty titty club deserves just as much love.
Yeah, both are beautiful in their own ways. Like there doesn't have to be one that is better.
And I also think that she would be freaky. So I think that's
yes, the kink factor is there, right?
yeah, I think so. And also, that is always great in my book. All right.
She's got also just like an extra thing that you can do to tease her. Like any amount, like if you're in this world, you can use mana, right?
Yeah.
Any amount that you're pouring into her forehead, you're getting something from her as a result. It's like something that you can do in public to tease her. It's going to be great.
That's also like that's like an emotion. That's like a fun like relationship thing that's unique to.
Yeah, and that's also an intimate moment, right? That you both can share. It's very cute. Okay, I think that's why she's in my S as well. But she is probably below both Priscilla and Crusch.
I have her in a very similar spot.
Yeah, that works for me.
I think you're all wrong, but that's okay.
And I think we know who's very excited to talk about.
All right, so we're gonna stick her square in the middle of S then.
Yeah, that works for me.
I think it's super fitting because that makes her the iconic S tier character. Like that puts her square in the middle. It's not like just
she's fading
looking
into the
at it like,
background.
oh yeah, super hot. Exactly. Yes. All right. So do we want to consider Rem if spoilers or not? I don't think they'd be considered spoilers.
Think so.
You do or do not? Sorry.
I do not think it is a spoiler.
No,
okay, let's talk about it.
All right. Kyles, you can take us away with Zerestia then.
Sure. Zerestia was an interesting character. I don't really know how I feel about her still. She's kind of cool. Her design is really cool.
Hold on. I'm wrong. This is not Zerestia. This is the other one. This is
what's her name?
This is the Rize.
Oh,
yeah.
Rize. Yes. She's still point stands. I went by the character design, not the name. Interesting. I don't know if I would say waifu material for me. She's hot, so I definitely put her at an A. Definitely above my Furu, but below Capella for sure. She's freaky. She's cool, but I don't know enough about her. But she's also a little scary too.
I'd put the psycho murder one at the bottom of B. I'd put the regular version in A.
Yeah, we can just hit them.
We
both
can rank them
if
together.
We wouldn't do them. Do you have anything extra to say about regular Zerestia then, Kyles?
Don't remember.
All right.
I was so focused on Rem in that one.
I literally said that assuming you meant Rem, and I was like, next is Rem, and then I was like, oh, we're actually doing her.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be last for Rem. Don't you worry.
Okay, cool.
I have to fight.
Yep.
For me, both of these characters sit at the bottom of C tier. I think regular Zerestia is a step above Rize, just because she's not a literal. I mean, she is a psychopathic killer, but not a indiscriminate psychopathic killer.
Yeah, but also you have to realize that Zerestia, I love her character so much because she learns to be human.
That's true.
That arc. Because like she is just a force of nature at the point in which you see her.
You know what?
And
You're
then she becomes a real human, and she is like very dutiful and like very like cute and very like loyal, and she's going to make a fine wife to who's Regal one day. Yeah. So I mean it's pretty good. good prospects for him.
I always imagined she would be his spirit partner in the future.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh.
same thing,
Spirit Knight.
probably.
Yeah.
Same thing, yeah. Because at the very least, look at her; she's womanly. Like, it's not like Betty necessarily. It's
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't have to mean one thing or the other.
yeah.
I have to put Rize just above Elsa. Not because I actually, if I like in terms of like character, Elsa is a better character, but in terms of waifu material, she's like literally just that tiny inch step higher than Elsa on this list for me. But I would probably put Theresia. I would probably put her. I might put her above Liliana, honestly, on my B tier.
I
Just
did
before
the exact same thing, weirdly enough.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I have moved her one step below Liliana for me, but
Interesting.
all right. So I think in general that puts Theresia at B tier, probably
Yep.
like right
Yep.
above Liliana. Or Kyle's, do you think that she should go below? Because that would tie it.
Where do we have Liliana on your list right now?
Bottom of
She's currently the bottom of B tier. So either Theresia is the new bottom or Liliana stays the bottom.
Liliana stays bottom.
yeah,
Okay.
she always stays bottom. That's right.
Yep.
And
Where
then
she belongs.
Rize is C or D. I have her bottom of C. Wolf, you said pretty low on D tier. Or is
Yeah.
your Elsa higher than this?
I think Elsa is below her as waifu material, not as best girl material.
Right. I mean, on when you were describing her in relation to Elsa, I don't think you had Elsa at the bottom of D.
I do have Elsa at the bottom of D.
Okay. So like top of D tier then, or do we have her?
She'd probably be then before Anna. Again.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Gold, Kyle's the
I
evil
agree
one
with
that turned out to be
Yep,
an
I
Oni.
agree with that. Yep.
I agree.
Okay.
She's an Oni. That's cool. Yeah.
There's enough
All right.
attractiveness there to outrank everything Anna has going for her.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much I can really even say for our next girl, Rem, here, other than obviously she's the top of my S tier. This is a character who, within this show, was able to say something so profound and meaningful to another character that me, as the viewer, took that to such a degree to heart that I have changed my life in almost every conceivable way I could have since that moment. She is probably the most important animated character in the universe to me. And there is every version of her I like a ton. Every version that we've seen, whether she's the cold, standoffish, protective sister, the extremely dutiful maid, the adoring and loving partner, the wonderful mother that she is. Even if she wasn't the best wife in that scenario, she was still a good mom. I would argue, at least. Maybe not at first to Rigel, but she learns by the end of it to be really good. And anything beyond that, and whether she's woken up or not, is total spoilers, so we can't discuss that totally. But as a whole, she's still top of my S tier. And it's a big gap between her and Crusch. And I love Crusch a lot.
I agree with that a lot. I'm next, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Rem for me is a character all based on the duality of her potential growth, right? I think her heart is so beautiful, her admiration for people that she cares about, and how dutifully she works to protect them, and how keenly she sees the flaws that they cannot see, and tries to rectify them to the best of her ability is so admirable. You know, I think the little bit of obsessiveness leads to a very cute, like, part of her personality that is very interesting. I think that kind of tempered with her ability to work really hard on the task that she needs to perform. It's very interesting. I think, like, everything about her is amazing, and it keeps on getting better in the story no matter how long she's been around. I think that her, like, mental fetters with her and her family is interesting. I think those issues can also be kind of fun to explore. And like, you know, like just being understanding what it means to help her grow as a person with her family around her, like the Roswaal family, is something that I think would be very fun and engaging to do with her as your wife. And yeah, like I just think it'd be a great time. She's very strong and powerful as well. And she has a lot of potential to heal people's hurts. And I think that that's her entire goal in the story, pretty much to help Subaru heal his wounds. And I think, to me, that puts her above Crusch, but below Priscilla for me personally. She's the second best character, waifu in the series. There you go.
Woo!
I will let you speak first, Kyles, because I know you're probably jumping to speak. Are you sure?
Best for last.
Okay. So, I think a year ago, when we attempted our first attempt for this, Rem was like in an A or B tier for me. I agree.
Recently,
Rem has matured like a fine wine in my brain. Okay? Even though she is not my best girl or my favorite waifu, I think Rem has really grown on me. Just thinking back on her and what she means and who she is and the admirable parts about her, especially when I'm comparing her to the rest of the cast and what they could work on and how to grow. I don't think it's so toxic for Rem that it's untenable. So, I think she will probably go above Frederica, but below Priscilla for me in my S tier. So, middle of S tier for me. I think she's amazing. I think she's hardworking. I think she is just like a genuinely, when you get down to it, kind soul that just needs someone to be kind for her too. And I think she deserves that. And I can see so much potential in her and only the best. And she would be like great wife material, great mother. And she also has the benefit, like Ram, of having the twin cat factor and also, I think, the king factor too. And the horn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Upgrades, people, you know. So she is middle of S tier for me, just before Priscilla, but just after Frederica.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle's go ahead and alt.
She has her own category. She's my number one. She's my everything. Everyone said the best stuff about her. She is my number one since day one because of just how amazing she is. Everyone pushes it aside, saying that she's just a simp, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But based on her life, based on how she overcomes things, based on how she changes her mind, due to just the fact that she so openly trusts somebody and, like, will, not that necessarily devoting herself, but just allowing herself to trust someone so deeply and respect them is just so out of this. I love her. She's beautiful. She's perfect. She can do everything. She's a little crazy, and we love it. She's protective. She's strong as hell. Her family did not take care of her like they should have. She deserves better. I can give her better. I can give her everything. She is my top S tier. She has her own category. But for this, I will fight you to the fucking death on S+. Top of the top. That's my speech.
I think that averages out to...
Put her at the top.
The top, yeah.
Put her at the top of the S.
I think Kyle's and I have such a strong weight for this character that it's going to take a lot of arguing to pull her off of the top of S tier.
I've been flexible, you fuckers. Give me Rem. Give me Rem.
Very well. I will. Democracy is strong. You will have your wish.
This is all I wanted. Okay, bye. This podcast done.
All right. That's over. No.
Alright, I'm head out.
All right, Gold. Next, you have golden-haired. What is her name?
Oh my god.
Do we have her canon name? Like, is that even a real thing?
We do have her canon name.
What is her name?
Are we looking at Garf's mom?
Yeah, Garf's mom.
Yes, Garf's mom.
Let's just call her Garf's mom then. Rayala,
yes.
She goes by many names. Yeah.
I love her.
Rexia was her name before, right?
Oh, maybe yes. Rexia or something.
Okay, whatever.
Garf's mom.
Yes, Garf's mom. Don't get hit on the head when you're leaving your children behind.
Bunk, bunk, bunk.
She left her children, but she's a better person now than she was before. Though she had bad taste in men, according to Garf. She is very hot.
Okay, so for context, that's according to Garf from what he's been told. I think the context in the novels is that neither of those were consensual situations.
At least Frederica's father is a non-consensual. I don't know about Garf's dad, but for sure Fred's is not.
Well, I guess she did go out to look for him, but
yeah, she went to look for Garf's dad, not Fred's dad.
You know, at that point, I'd put her at the bottom of C, right next to Camilla, because she is not as cruel as, say, Felix's mom, but she has bad taste in men, and I think that she's been through a very painful thing that's very sad, but obviously she wasn't careful enough with her children, and she loved her children, but she didn't love her as much as she loved her husband. So.
I don't think they were married. I think she was just going to get the dad so that they could raise them together as a family. No, she was going to bring their dad back to them.
That's Garfield's thing. In that case, she's being right as Super's mom.
Let's see. She's probably below Otto's mum, bottom of B tier for me. I think the problem with Garth's mum is what we see her as in season 3, you know, like the amazing, fully realized mother with the actual nice husband, right? That's who she's meant to be. But her past, like, especially with I understand her trying to get Garth's dad so they can all be a family, but I think she could have gone about it in such a way that was more cautious or careful, because Garth is so young at that point that the risk of, even if it's a small risk of her like not coming back or taking a while to come back, is such a bad thing for Garth's development. And it's, as we see for Garth, like, it impacted him for the rest of his life. It really traumatized him, what happened. So I have to put her at the bottom of B tier, I think, considering both her positives and her negatives.
Giles?
I always say, I feel so bad with these because I'm just so like bland, generic, boring, and not like I'm not too analytical about this shit. So literally, she's hot, she's cute, she takes care of Garth. You could tell that in the anime.
Tell me your base monkey brain.
You could tell in the anime that even though she doesn't know who Garth is, she cares and she trusts him. Inherently. She's just so lovely and amazing. Like, she's in S. I have her below Minerva, above Subaru's mom. I just think she's so sweet. I wish she would remember, but they have it.
I actually have her in rather high B tier. I think that her efforts for Garfield and Frederica were done in the best possible way. That the effect on Garfield was because of the Witch of Greed's almost like malevolence done. That it was being done in a way that was cruel to him. Because if it was showing the memories of not just himself, if he was able to see the landslide, then it should have shown her being pulled out or walking away or whatever else happened. That was an intentional choice done to deceive him.
Yeah.
Because she left them with 4 ancient, extremely like respected leaders of the village that were as like safe a people as she could have possibly left them with. And both Garfield and Frederica turned out to be really good people in the end. So she made a good choice on who to leave them with.
Yeah.
I think she did everything with the best of intentions and is written to be as perfect of a mom as possible, given the circumstances. That said, there was still stages where she should have been more careful, obviously. Going out in the middle of this world alone just seems like a terrible idea in general. I'm sure there was other ways that she could have handled that scenario. In either case, I think that's where she sits above Liliana for me. I would rather be with her than I would be with Liliana.
True.
Okay, that's fair. In fact, if that were the case, if we'd want to be with her, right?
Like this is as a wife.
She is above Theresia for me on B tier then. Middle of B.
Same. Kyle's, you have her in S gold. Did you leave her down in C or D?
I'm flexible.
Right,
Go.
okay. No complaint. So I think we're gonna follow your lead, Wolf, and put her precisely there because I think that averages out between
That's
everyone.
fair.
All right. Next, Wolf, you will be starting with Satella. So we'll jump to here.
Satella.
Tell me about Satella.
Peloton.
Teleton. I really, really like her. I also feel like there's so much more to her that I do not know, that I don't know like how much wifey material I can add on the scale to her. I would probably put her as a wifey low S tier for me, like probably lowest S tier.
Big praise.
Maybe top of A tier.
Oh, I was agreeing with you with bottom S.
But I need to know more about her, you know, before I could be like, okay, yeah, she's wifey for lifey, 10 kids in a garden, you know, she's gonna be she's at least interesting girlfriend material enough to be in A tier for me.
Kyle's, you were saying bottom of S.
Bottom of S. She's the Emilia that would put out. I'm just saying. And she's a little crazy.
Oh my god, you're right. You would put out
I'm
in the
right.
hand. Oh my god.
Literally, and the hands. So many hands, so many orifices. No, she's perfect. She loves me. Well, she would say she loves me.
All the
but she's got
fingers
two
everywhere.
sides to her. Exactly. Bottom S. I
In
would
your
put
heart?
her top of S, but
One hand in your heart, one around your hand.
yeah, always. You know, she's got a. You could stop the heart for a second. I would trust her.
Yeah. round the neck.
I'm
Down the neck. And she'd probably be lovely when she's not scary.
I'm going off the assumption that this is Satella and not the Witch of Envy. Same argument I gave
Satella.
to Echidna.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't particularly want to be with someone that is at that level of self-sacrifice, that she has probably brought someone in from another dimension for the express purpose of killing her.
Yes.
So I agree with everything else you've said about all of her pluses, but I think just her general mood and vibe drops her down to B tier. Still above Liliana, because I would still rather be with Satella than Liliana, but I think that's probably where, that's where she sits for me.
Yeah. Well, to me, Satella, I really thought about her because there's a lot of good qualities about, her wisdom towards Subaru and stuff. There's a lot of things about her love that is very tragic. Obviously, we can tell the deep sadness she has is very interesting, considering the fact that we know at one point she was a very dutiful traveling companion. We can assume that both Echidna and all the rest of the witches loved her at one point, so she was a good person.
A few of them, like it seems like Typhon, Minerva, and at least those two liked her a lot. Like Sekhmet and Echidna were very distasteful of her. They did not like her at all.
Yeah, I think Echidna liked her at one point.
Did you see her face of how furious and angry she was looking at her?
Yeah, but
that anger comes from somewhere, though. Like there had to be a close relationship there at some point.
They traveled together, right? So it's hard to really say that maybe they always
we don't know that. I don't think, not for sure.
I think we know that for a fact, but
I don't think so.
That she was in a traveling companion with Echidna, and the rest of the people back in the day.
I don't think Echidna was part of that core group at all.
Maybe, but I don't. I know for a fact that Echidna was with, what's his face, Alakoshin, but yeah.
Yeah, but there's two groups there. There's that side of it, and then there's the people from the fairy tale. And Echidna's not in the fairy tale.
I don't think that they weren't related. And I don't know how at ends they were when we think about who their enemies were probably. It's one of those things to consider. We also have to assume that Echidna had some. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyways, I think that she's probably a pretty good person. I think the one issue with her is definitely lack of hope for herself in her situation, because I think she's very visibly seeing the harm she's inflicted upon the world, whether it's conscious or not, whether it was intended to or not. There's definitely a part of her that sees the pain she's inflicting now. And I think that that's sad, you know what I mean? To imagine that she's sealed in the shrine or whatever, and she is still semi-conscious except for her shadow form, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd be interested to know who she was beforehand, though, because I think she was probably a good person. So if we could ever free her,
Free her.
So where does that leave her?
And she would definitely obsess over you and protect you. She's
Now-
below Emilia in my list in A.
Now, also, in terms of, like, this is real, right? In terms of the king factor, she probably has one of the, like, most creative applications of that out of almost the entire cast.
I think it's total opposite. I think she is probably one of the most tame and basic individuals when it comes to anything like that.
I mean, in
100%.
what is possible, not in, like, her personality.
Well, anything is possible. Like their personality is a super big factor in it. You're not doing kink stuff if they're not into it.
That's true.
We don't know about that. But I think she's a nice girl. And I think she's... I just like the irony of putting... So that's my feelings. Everyone else said that she's S tier, so I would say that she's an A.
I put her in B, actually.
I've put her top of A.
Okay, in that case, I'll put her bottom. Let's put her bottom of it.
I mean, that's fine with me.
Hey.
Or maybe middle A, because...
I mean, I think she's above Naoka.
Yeah.
Or Naoko,
yeah,
in this case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so looks like then, Wolf, you have Sekhmet.
I think it would be Kyle's that will have Sekhmet, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, Kyle's. It's Sekhmet.
So, she hot. She great.
Yeah.
I really don't know much about her, but we could just chill and eat chips all the time and enjoy our lives.
100%.
I would definitely put her at a solid A. She doesn't really excite me too much, but she would be so good to just vibe with. So, A, I would put her below Capella again. Capella's top of my A, but above everyone else.
She'd be the best person to cuddle with.
Yeah.
And, that's pretty good. I'd say she's
all
probably... Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but that's all she does.
Yeah, exactly. It is. I think she's in B somewhere, but she's so hot that it's hard not to put her at B. So I think it's like, and also I guess she, if you bother her enough, she might
Push you out of the bounds of the universe.
I don't know. If she cares about your safety. Remember, this was our thing. So if you bother her enough, she'll at least pay attention to you for a little while. But she'd be begrudging, so to be kind of feel bad about it. So I guess B's fine. Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
If you wouldn't have a relationship with her, like really, like an intimate one, she'd be sleeping.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
some relationships that is fine though. Like they're totally cool with that being the case.
Yeah, you're right. I guess no, that's a good point. What if she's like, "Hey, you can do whatever with me while I'm
Oh my
sleeping,
god,
and
that's
you can just live your life however you want." I'd be fine with that. That's kind of chill.
For that reason, I have placed her in the center of my B tier, just a stage below Garth's mom.
You know what? That's where I put her, so that's good.
I would put her just below Garth's mum because this is a wifey tier list, but she has to be like at least top 3 hottest character designs of the entire series for me.
Yes.
Just like even her clothes and fashion is just like it's on point, it's on fleek, it's amazing.
I think her clothes and fashion and hair are all great. I think her chest is too big to still be considered that hot. I think it goes like just like a stage beyond it.
That honestly is not above her at all for me. I think the really
Good fucking answer, Chase.
Yeah,
Good
exactly. Who do you think he's with? I mean, Jesus.
I was about to
Watch
say
yourself.
because she is honestly, I honestly think it just matches her proportions really well.
I think it does.
I
Don't
think
get
that's
me
very
wrong.
beautiful.
She's still a gorgeous character, but like
He'll
there's
crush
certain
you.
No.
exactly.
But feature. That's a feature. Okay.
Not a bug.
Exactly.
If she has to lay around everywhere, then that means you are going to have to carry her
Her
everywhere.
back is in
That's-
pain.
do
Don't
you-
blame a girl.
Do you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. That's
I was
it.
about to say.
Exactly. Yes.
What if you give her a good bra and then she's
I
That
think
doesn't
is
help.
just that is
Doesn't
an
help.
excuse for me to get shredded.
Doesn't
Okay,
help.
that's an excuse for me to
Yeah.
get ripped. So I don't see that as a negative. Okay.
dude back rubs? Oh my god, she'd love them.
She would. She
Also,
just chill there.
she's the kind of girl that probably would fucking love hair play too. For real.
And there we
She's
go.
got that long ass hair.
She got that long house
Where
hair.
is she on your list?
She
Cool.
is on the middle of B because she's so hot she gets up there, but she's not forever wifey material. She fun girlfriend material.
Fucking hype for this girl. She gets B.
No.
That's so sad.
All right. I think that from
I would
Kyle's
agree with B.
higher point, I think that does put her probably a step above where the three of us did, but still in B tier.
Yes.
All right. So then after the next visible character, oh, I'm starting this one, right? This is Sirius. Oh. I'm keeping Sirius with the other psychopaths, but just because of how devoted of a wife
let's
she
say.
is, I think I'm actually putting her like I'm still in D tier with the other crazy killers because I'm not. There's a level of toxic and bad that I'm just not cool with.
Okay.
But still
So-
rather high up in D tier.
You're in her eyes, Betelgeuse. Or whatever. And you know what? She really loves being love and connectedness. And I can get connected with her any day, all day. So I think it is probably to me low A. I play her, so I feel more sympathy to her than most people.
True. You know what? That's where the bias comes in, really.
Yeah. I think like, obviously she's crazy, but at the same time,
She's a
her
fun
level
crazy.
of delusion is also very rooted in love, so she'd be very loyal to you. And she's not like she'd be like sniffing your hair and stuff like that while you're sleeping, like creepy stuff, sure. But like I think at a certain point you could be like, hey, can you go ahead and not torture children or I'll hate you forever? And she'd be like, what? No. Okay, I'll stop, I guess.
But then she'll be, no, this is a test of our love. You must love me enough to be able to accept this beautiful part of myself.
Yeah, you're probably right. But you
Yeah.
know what? We're dealing with all of it.
Red flag.
Yeah, she is on the psycho killer scale of like thing. She is just below Anna on D tier for me. She's like top of psycho killers for me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's where I put it too.
I put her above Elsa in my B tier. She would actually do stuff with you, whereas Elsa would only care about your bowels. So that is my placement reasoning.
And I mean, I too also have her way above Elsa because Elsa's in my fucking F tier.
Yeah, true.
I put Sirius above Capella, so top of my A, because she a bad mommy.
She
And
bad.
if she is Fortuna, I mean, best of both worlds. But
Yep.
she, I mean, chains of whips excite me, and they actually don't.
They don't really. I mean,
But the
not
song is
me
great.
neither.
Categorically.
Like I'm
the
sure
song-
if you were into it, it'd be huge, right? But,
Gold
like,
panics. She's just a little crazy for a little too much. I don't like that she can control my emotions too.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
part of
staying
it.
into that. That's a little scary.
And yet she's in the A tier.
Yeah. She's not the bad kind of scary. She's okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I'd put her top of B. So if you're putting her in A and everyone else, let's put her. Where would that be in B? Let me
Well, so
take a look at your list.
It's
Okay, there you go.
So Kyle says A. Did you two both say B?
I said B.
Gold said B, I said D, and you said D.
I
as well.
also said D. Yes.
Maybe
Okay,
C.
let's put her C, I guess, or maybe
think that-
low B.
Yeah, I think it's
Low
high
B.
C or low B.
Yeah, behind Liliana, I guess.
Yeah.
Fitting.
All right, that's fair. Let's see who's
Ooh.
next. Gold. You have Sylphie is her name, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Sylphie.
Well, she has Kaguya's voice actress.
Yeah, it's a big
Okay,
plus.
that's fair. That's really it. All that's left to say about her. Does anybody else anything to say about her?
She's clearly very good at being a wife, considering she lived as long as she did.
You know what?
True.
You're right, but she'd be way too submissive. It'd be like,
Well,
wait,
she
can I-
was, but if you are in a better relationship with her and are giving
Yeah, you
her the
can help her
chance to
out.
like express herself and be more free in who she is,
but it's a lot of therapy. Is all I'm saying.
yeah, but
I
just
can fix
being
it.
You could
being
fix
in a
her.
good
You could
marriage
fix her.
could be the therapy.
Yes, you could fix her. You're right. And she does look at her after the rest of the girls, so I think she's a nice woman. I guess I'd put her B right around Liliana, like maybe above Liliana. Actually, no, below because she isn't as interesting.
Wolf.
I might put her in A tier in the middle. Above Naoko, but below Satella. I think that the cool thing about Sylphie is that although we don't contextually know a lot about her, I feel like there's more to her, and she would be her opening it up and being a full and complete person. I think she'd be an amazing wife. I think she'd be an amazing life partner. I think she would, especially from a lot of her experiences, she'd be able to. She's the kind of thing of where like she make sure you open up to kind of thing. You guys talk about stuff, and I think it'd be really wholesome.
Very similar sentiment. I put her S above Satella. Because I think she's just so sweet and lovely, and she came so far, and she deserves the world, and I would give her the world.
Yeah.
Not above Rem, but I would give her the world.
So she's your second wife.
Maybe my fifth, but not like a Regulus. I wouldn't call her by a number. I'd call her Sylphie, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Upgrade.
Free time.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Upgrades.
I have her at the bottom of my A tier, but I don't have like my A tier is not like low. All of my A's are good A's, I think, for at least on my list. So I think she's great. Kaguya's voice actor definitely uplifted her a ton from kind of the bland stand-in for all the wives that she was in the novels. She felt like she had more personality and character, especially towards the end.
Yep.
And I think she just would be a great person to spend time with, genuinely. Like I'm used to being around people who have some struggles that they are working through. So I would not be bothered by her.
One of them in this call right now. No joke.
One.
I was about to say.
Fuck.
What?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
We all know I'm fucked up, but I'm not the only one.
So I have A. Kyle's, you said S.
Yes.
Wolf, did you say B? Or I'm sorry, I
said
completely
B.
I
misheard
said,
you. You
I said
B.
A.
You said A. Okay,
So
I think
A.
that leaves her in A. Do we have her above Naoka, Satella, Capella?
I guess above Capella, Satella, because
Yeah, she has. She kind of just has to be above Satella.
I agree. Okay. I think that's a good place for her. All right. Who started her? Was that Wolf or Gold?
that was me.
Gold.
Yep.
Okay. God, I need to check this character's name too. Next is Ram and Rem's mother, Tamai.
Put her next to. I mean, below Otto's mom. I'm sorry. I took somebody's thing, but do you really want to talk about it? You can do the next one too.
Yeah,
I was going to give him the next one.
I was about to
She's
say
almost Rem.
she is a nothing burger of a character,
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah.
and that also means she's a nothing burger of a wife because I don't know what kind of wife she would be. You know.
She's also a bad enough mom that let Rem's inferiority complex
That's what
build
put her
up
below Otto's
in
mom,
less than 8 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is very telling. I think also in a community like the Oni tribe, it's very important that you actually stand up for like your children in this specific community. Obviously, in general, that's the thing you should do as a parent, but I think especially in the Oni tribe, you have to be very clear about it, especially with the discrimination that Ram and Rem faced because of their single horns. I think she has a lot of failings on her part as a mother for how that was handled.
Mm-hmm.
So I might put her below Anna in D, but above Sirius.
Okay. Kyle, you said S because she gave birth to Rem.
That's so crazy.
I said F.
Oh,
Yeah.
F.
F. Because she was awful to Rem.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
that's right.
I mean,
F.
Let's put her
For
in D.
failure of a mother.
I mean, honestly, do I want to be with a person that allows their child to not just be treated this
And
way, but feel
treats-
that way?
And also treats one better than the other. Like,
I know,
that's
right?
so fucked
Yeah.
for both of them.
It is
Okay.
messed up.
Because Ram felt bad about it, but also what could she do? And then Ram didn't want her to feel bad. Like, ugh, so complicated.
Cringe. I with even just thinking about it like that, yeah, she might just be above Phoenix's mother in F tier, the second F tier for me.
I think you guys are maybe pushing her being inexperienced in
Yeah, I
a
wouldn't say F tier. I would
hyper conservative village, maybe a bit beyond what she deserves. I have her top of D tier,
Yep.
like above Anna, definitely,
fair.
but because I would still rather be with her as a wife. I just won't be having any kids with her with the experience unless we had a long discussion about it.
Yep. Exactly. Indeed. I agree.
Okay, so 2 Fs and 2 Ds, bottom of D tier then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And then Wolf, you can continue with Teresia.
Teresia Van Estrella. She is beautiful. She's just such an interesting person. I think she's the sort of person that would like having a long, fulfilling life with her. I mean, we've already seen it in the story itself. Like that's just a guaranteed route to happiness. And I unlike Wilhelm, I think I will handle the family dynamic a bit better when she passes. So
Yeah. I agree.
I'm gonna put her in terms of wifey material. I think above Frederica for me, but before Rem in S tier.
Okay, Kyle's. I know you probably have some strong feelings about her.
Honestly, I think she's wonderful. Like, I would put her top of my S tier. She is probably one of my favorite characters.
Yep.
Even if that chapter like almost drove me out of reverie.
Yeah, put my brain, yeah.
And like, it's not like it's a beautiful story. I love playing Teresia. She's amazing, and like her whole backstory is just insane. And she's such a cool person.
Yeah.
She deserves the world. And clearly, wow, okay, I don't know.
It.
Heinko was good until she passed. So she was a wonderful mother. She was a great lady, and she loved being a mom too. It wasn't like she wanted that so bad.
Yes.
And
She wanted a family. She wanted to appreciate the world.
Flowers. And so, she's amazing. Number one, wifey material would in a heartbeat, and she's strong as fuck. Not like I would make her swing a sword, but I would make her swing me.
Hey yo.
And that's great.
100%. And look at her when she's a mom. She looks.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
For sure. Top of my S tier.
Milfrizia was best part of anime drop.
Yep. 100%.
I have her at number 1 on my A tier. I think she's great. I think she's wonderful. But there was clearly something that didn't quite go right in how she was handling the family at home that led to such a drastic dynamic shift as soon as she died. Like there were things that weren't prepared or weren't explained correctly, that were just left behind. Something went wrong, and while obviously Wilhelm being absent doesn't help that, that just means that she was the one that was leading that. And while we don't know what that was or if it was even there, it's just enough to keep her out of S for me.
Yes.
But I think she's a high leader on my A tier.
I think you're 100% right. And to me, it's the overwhelming kindness she had to to her kids to make up for Wilhelm's lack also was an excuse not to be pragmatic about her life, because she still had a responsibility that she shirked. And sure, eventually she went on that expedition to hunt the white whale, but like up until then, she never prepared the rest of her family for the succession of the Sword Saint. She didn't really tell them how it worked. Like she obviously knew a whole bunch because she had it, and she still shrunk at a lot of opportunities. And sure, that's something she had to learn. But like, there's still a part of me that wonders if, you know, it's a little bit of a weakness on her part that she's so caring in the face of the world that she experienced. You know what I mean? Like, she has to be able to temper that with a bit of pragmatism, I would say. And it seems like she was content to play the housewife when she got the opportunity and then forgo her responsibilities and roles. So I think at that point I'd put her top of A personally. So maybe bottom of S is what we put her collectively, or like middle, back middle S.
I think so. Like,
yeah.
You said you had her like near the top, Kyle's.
Yeah.
And Wolf, where was your? Where was your?
I put her above Frederica for me.
I think that's a fair place to leave her. Mm-hmm. I think that makes the most sense.
Yep.
Okay, Kyle's, we will have you hit the last character that we've met so far, even though it was very briefly, because we know almost nothing about her. This is Teresia's mom.
Who?
Exactly. Like, she briefly appeared, it was there, and that's about it.
Oh, she the light novel illustration? Oh, God.
Yeah, she's the black and white one.
I mean, I know nothing about her, but she had Teresia, so instead of FD, I know nothing, but she had her. But, like, I don't know if she's really there for Teresia.
There you have it.
You have it.
I'm going to put her high up. That was the global one. I'm going to put her high up in my B tier because it seems like Teresia's brothers, if nothing else, because I don't think she was super present for Teresia, maybe just because she was dead. They all seemed to turn out great, like really good kids.
Yeah, but I also heard that Teresia's father was, quote unquote, the man that Wilhelm looked up to the most in the world. So I think that's part of it too.
I mean, sure, but like that's Wilhelm at that age was obsessed with fighting and skill with the sword. Yeah, not with how good of people the people wielding the swords were.
I wonder if that quote is in reference to even today, but I don't know. Yeah,
that's fair. I still think that she did a good job raising the kids that we know that she did raise. So I think that puts her above Garfield and Frederica's mom to me.
I'll put her in C right next to Otto's mom.
I will.
Hey yo!
I'll put her at the bottom of B behind Otto's mum.
Okay, so I think that leaves her as just behind Otto's mom and C tier.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, that is the end of the characters that we have met in canon, or not in canon, but non-spoiler, like up to end of season 3 characters.
So what we should do here, I think it'd be very funny if we have undisputed access, so we go we go down the line and then whatever.
Is it like speed run?
Yeah, and whatever the boy says, we don't debate it anymore, but one of the boys gets to pick.
Oh, so like one at a time, you just go, okay, this is that's hilarious. Yeah, so let's fucking do it.
For the guys or for the spoiler characters?
For the spoiler characters. Yep.
Oh, I thought I was just gonna have us for if we know who they are, because Kyle's, I think you'll still know who some of these people are, even if you don't have a ton of experience with them. But we don't have to necessarily talk. We can just give our grade and then place them on the board.
Yeah, let's do that because we're hitting like 3 hours, and I got to do a big edit on this.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. So gold grade for first character here. S. Okay. Wolf.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at your screen now.
She is top of D, below Anna for me.
You guys are fucking chumps.
I have her bottom of D tier. No, that's not fair. I'm gonna do same thing as you, Wolf. I think she's right below Anna for me.
Yeah.
Vibes and character design alone, Kyle's.
She's cute. I like her design. She's very similar to Anastasia. She has that like face of like a smug little jerk. And I'll go with behind Anna. I know nothing about her. I really like her design, but I have no fucking idea who she is.
I think by weight, that puts her to the middle of C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a game character. I don't think any of us really know about this person at all. So just
C for cute.
C for cute.
C for cute. Agreed.
All right, C for cute.
Frederica, C for cute.
We don't need to know Frederica's in there. Next is the this character with the two swords. Meet her in EX5, but also later in the story. Wolf, go.
She is D tier above Sirius.
I think D tier is good for me as well.
Exact same spot for me.
Okay, I'll agree. I'm not really interested in her swords.
Okay.
I'll
right.
put.
Yes.
Dog's fiance.
Light novel. No, there's the light novel girl first.
Yeah, light novel girl. I'll put her B. B above. Okay, this doesn't matter because it's my list. So let me look at your list. It is going to be B above Sekhmet, I think.
Wolf.
C for complete cutie.
I have her bottom of B.
Mm-hmm. So I guess
B, top of C.
B.
Cutie. I do like her so far.
Okay, I think that leaves her bottom of B then total, or 2 points, maybe like a step above Sirius then, because we'll put her a bit higher. All right, then this character in the wheelchair, Kyle's. You can.
She's a cutie.
Yeah, we're trying not to say anything spoilery.
Oh shit! I'll blurb that. She's a cutie, but based on who she's associated with, and I don't like that person right now, I'm gonna put her lower to like a B for bad taste. Right behind Sirius. I know nothing about her though.
Good. I have her bottom of A tier for myself. I think she has some stuff to work on, but that's it. Bottom of A.
I'll put her C for captive.
Okay.
I'll put her bottom of A as well.
All right, that's directly in the middle of B tier then.
She is the one overwatching.
All right, then it's the other half of the light novel art duo. I have her the exact same spot as I have her companion.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I know nothing about her, so yeah.
I have her one step above her companion at the bottom of B for me.
I think that's totally fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is this a game character?
Yes.
I think
recognize
so.
this art. All right, visual appearance alone then, I guess.
She looks like Fern, so S.
She does.
She does look cute.
She does look
So
very
B.
cute.
She looks like Fern, so B.
Yeah, B. At least B. I think
B
her
for
design
Fern.
carries her quite a bit. Let's put her below. Yeah, wheels. Yeah.
Wheels?
Yeah,
Wheels?
Wheel.
That was wild.
Yep.
Okay. Who are you? Oh, right. So this the next character is one that we meet in the Emilia camp side stories between arc 6 and 7. She is the one that Rom has the interactions with in that city.
Oh. Strange.
I think this is who this is.
Okay.
She looks like Teresia with bigger boobs. S.
She does.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
I think it's a push-up. I think Rom makes a point about that. If I'm not
We
mistaken.
love that for
Oh
her.
my! I think you might be right. Actually, yeah.
She wants her boobs to be bigger.
She is probably. What are you guys thinking so far? This is
I have her at like mid B tier, like just below Frederica and Garf's mom.
I can agree with that.
I will put her bottom of B tier
Think
for
she'd be-
myself.
funny next to Teresia.
Yeah, put her.
Where did you say, Wolf? Sorry.
Bottom of B tier for me, so she'll probably be on the just above Liliana, maybe on the list.
Agree with it.
I'm cool.
S for Sugoi Dekai.
Genuine S for you, Gold?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
She's B tier for me.
All right. Well, Kyle's pushes her up a little bit, so I think she's going to go next to the other two that we've met. By the math, if no one else has a problem with that.
Nope.
Yep.
Okay. Next one, easy, high S tier for me. I love her so much.
I didn't even say that. Yeah.
I heard. I'm probably agreeing the same.
To me, high A. Highest A for me. Actually,
I actually ended up putting her at the bottom of my S, but
Low
all
S.
my S's are super high.
Yeah, I would say low S is probably for me as well.
Low S for me, above Emilia, below Minerva for me. So,
Okay.
S.
I'll be auditioning for this character. S, yeah, I'm cool with that.
She's good.
All
I
right.
remember her thing. Yeah, she's low S.
Gold next to this red girl.
Next to the red girl.
Next is the red girl.
Oh, next to the red girl. Okay. She is going to be a strong C, high C.
Ooh.
High C.
Scathing. Wolf?
Strong.
Actually, no. Sorry, wait a second. This is the wrong character. For her, no, she's definitely B. No, she's A, low A. The
Okay.
wrong
Sister. Gotcha.
Yeah. She is a strong A for me, above Satella, below Sylphie.
I have her as a strong A. Mine is just between Frederica and Nalco, but that doesn't really say a lot. I think it would be. Did you say below Satella?
Below Satella for me, yeah.
Okay, I think that leaves her in a similar spot. Kyle's appearance alone.
Super. But I think I've encountered her and not a huge fan of how things went. I'm going to give her like a bottom B.
Bottom B. Okay, so I think that leaves her top of B.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't. She can't. No one can be above Patricia on the line, so she'll go right there.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
All right, Wolf. Perfectly. You get this next person who didn't do Roswaal. This one still gets to go up.
We still get to do this one?
Yes, we still get to do her.
Okay. I think, honestly, unironically, one of the best character designs in the series.
Uh-huh.
And it's just such a strong idea. Actual S tier for me.
Yep. Low S for me, I think.
I think just below Fortuna for me. Honest.
Okay.
A good low S.
Is that the blonde one?
No, it's the black-haired one.
With the ponytail?
Yep. The
Yeah,
long
just
ponytail.
check Discord.
I'm trying to see it. It's too small.
It does look very small.
I messaged the name for who this
Oh,
is.
thank you. Oh, S.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay, I have her mid A, but I will acquiesce to low S if that's where we're putting.
If that's how you feel. If that's how you feel, that's fine. Low S.
Okay. All right. Next is one of, I guess no one who is afraid of spoilers is going to know the word Omega. This is one of Omega's party members.
She looks cute.
She does look cute.
I guess she'll be.
C for cutie.
Yeah, C for cutie is fine.
I'm cool with C for cutie.
Above. Yeah, that's perfect.
Character design alone puts her top of C for me.
Yeah, she's a good looking character.
Right.
All right. I don't even know how to explain this. I know what it is, but I think for that, it's just going to be
For furry.
low D tier for me. Probably bottom of my D tier.
No, actually F tier because pretty sure they're insane right now.
F for furry.
I have a lot of insane people in my D tier.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
true. But
plus-
like, it's a
but
bear
plus
and
furry?
insane.
Yeah, so F for furry for me.
That's a fair shot.
Until we see the
Oh, sorry,
human form,
Kyles.
I don't know.
Any opinions, Kyles?
No, wait. Yeah, F. F is
Purple.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, I thought you heard mine before. I was like, you know.
sorry. Do we want to do Roswaal?
Yes.
No, I mean,
F.
we'll do it.
Hot.
Okay. This,
Roswaal
I mean,
K
obviously
Mathers.
S. It's still S, but that kind of spoils my opinion on Roswell too. S.
A high D for me.
Okay.
A high C for me.
All right.
I think that puts it like high middle of B, like right here ish. I think is where that averages
Oh
to.
my god, that's perfect. Yep.
I think she'd be happy about being there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, who are you?
From the game.
Head.
The visual novel.
Yeah, so I guess it's just vision alone. I'm gonna say like mid B, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
My list has stopped updating on my other page. Awesome.
Sounds good.
Boom.
Nope, it's still just gonna bug because the Reezier wiki is toast. All right.
Nice.
Let's see.
Pirate lady.
R.
Sure. Yeah, pirate lady.
I'll give her a.
She's hot, A.
Bottom of S tier for me.
Top of A for me for AO.
Yo. All right,
Yeah.
I'm cool with A.
Top of A then.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half naked, only son.
Half naked on Aeson. Yep, exactly.
Kyle's cosplay number 2. You can start us, Kyle's.
S. Top of S. I love her.
Wow, high praise. Bottom of B.
Oh.
I'd
Not
put
her fan.
I'd put her at A. A middle A probably.
A for me, above the red-haired light novel character and Naoko. So just below Satella.
Okay. So like A just below Satella, I think.
Yeah, I think that's
Works
what
out for
works
that.
out. Yeah.
She'd think I'm someone else again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck this is.
This is
Another game
Lost in
character.
Another game character. Looks cute as well. C for cutie, right next to the.
C for cutie.
C for cutie.
Yeah.
All right. Insert 10-minute rant here on why I despise this character. Bottom of F tier. Despise. I hate. So much hate.
Cool.
The
The suit looks impractical to move in. F.
Me, it's going to be C, probably bottom of C.
Oh my gosh. I understand something.
You'll
Okay.
understand more.
I
later.
agree with F. I agree with F from what I'm theorizing.
Oh, unrelated to that reasoning. Unrelated to that reasoning.
That's fine. That's par for the course.
Yeah.
Kylie, you have to understand
Like,
that this is ReZero.
Rem's guilty of that too.
Yes.
I guess. But still, I don't know anything else.
This character is
Something.
D above the other character that I put in D, so just below Anna.
Yeah.
I think that leaves her bottom of D, unfortunately for me.
At least she's a shoe drac, and that means she's up there.
She's got the
Maybe that's
Amazonian
C.
buff.
Yep, exactly.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true.
No idea who this next person is. Genuinely.
Very cute design.
Blue
though.
lost. Yeah, cute design.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like mid B probably.
B for
Probably
baddie?
Step above.
B
For baddie.
B for baddie.
B
Above
for
Liliana.
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
I mean, I guess so. I guess.
All right, Gold, your and I's weight is going to carry the most weight for this next character because I'm pretty sure that's who this is supposed to be.
It is.
I think like low A.
Okay,
right
go.
now.
Oh, I thought for a second I thought this was who you hated. Never. Okay, good.
No.
Good. I'm glad. Okay, so we're on the same page. We're on the same page then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to me, she's pretty high up in. Let me see. Actually, she's probably around Serena's place for me. And yeah, I really like her inclusion in the story. It's very interesting and very needed.
All right, because the art's hard for you to see, it's a red-haired girl in a red maid dress with ninja tools.
She's cute. I like her. I like her outfit. Yeah. Ooh, cat aesthetic. That brings her to an S. Cat girl.
Strong enough character design for me to put her bottom of A, I'd say.
I think that leaves her in the middle of A.
Actually, to me, she's probably top A. Yeah.
The top A, bottom A, bottom A. Or low S, top A, bottom. So slightly higher at the A. Before or after Emilia?
I guess let's say before Emilia.
Before
because
Emilia,
that sounds a bit weird to say on a group list.
Yeah.
Which, hold on. When you're saying before,
yes, that's right there. Right there.
Right
Fine.
Okay, great. And then this next one, easy S tier. Incredible character.
Yeah, S.
I have her a step below Priscilla for myself.
S tier for me, below Ram, my second highest.
High praise.
Very high praise.
She hot. What I know about her from D&D campaign, high S.
She's great.
Right, so middle of S. Do you want to put her above or below Priscilla to put her in the middle? Or Rom?
I imagine.
Well, because of
below.
Go. Below is fine.
Yeah, there. It's probably perfect. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's perfect. All right, I think we hit our time limit.
Yes.
Going the guys. So that will be safe for next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yay!
I'm actually super happy with this list. Happy birthday, Subaru. This has been a lot of fun.
This list looks really good.
It does.
This does look like a good list.
For animal mode, Frederica.
Yeah, she's yelling at the list. She's like, "Wow,
why, God, why?"
If Frederica was in any other spot, we could put her up next to it, and it would be fine. But because it would look like one continuous image. Oh, I can't remove it out of that now. Great.
Oops.
Get that out of here.
F for furry.
For furry. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Or C for cutie. C for cutie.
Yeah, we'll just put her in next to the other furry character.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. Yeah.
C for cutie.
All right, that's great job, everyone. This has been a ton of fun. Thank you for sticking with us for this.
Yes, this has been so much fun.
I'm good that you're a real connoisseur of tastes.
Mm-hmm. Let us know why we're dead wrong about X character and why Y character deserves to be an F tier as well.
Yep.
Tell us that we're right. Praise us. Praise us. Ren is superior.
We could probably link this this tier list in the description of this video. So if you guys want to chat more about this, you can maybe go to the ReZero podcast chat in the Studio Reverie Discord. Show us your tier lists. Tell us why we're wrong.
Yeah.
And we'll roast you for your takes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
All right. Until next time, though, this has been a very special episode of the ReZero podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
you.
Bye. Bye.